Are you tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Ollie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949. Dogs and poodles, you're in the dog house.
All right, I want y'all to bookmark this, all right? And I got to ask y'all to bookmark it because folks be stealing the ideas and concepts from the Two Live Studios, which, by the way, comes on live Monday and Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, all right? So here it goes, all right? Dawn Staley is going to be the first female head coach in the NBA. Let me tell you why. Because she's done it all in college basketball. She's won championships. She's just taken her team to the 5th Final Four in a row. What else can she do? Secondly, players would respect her because she is a baller. She played at the highest level in college. She won gold medals at the Olympics. Players would actually respect her, unlike a lot of other female coaches. And lastly, money talks and BS runs a marathon. To quote the great Nino Brown, Greg Popovich makes about $17 million a year as the highest paid coach in the NBA. Dawn Staley makes a little bit over $3 million. Now, she may not get $17 million. Matter of fact, she's not going to get $17 million. But guess what? She's going to get a much bigger bag if she takes a job as the first female head coach in the NBA. What are your thoughts? I think it's a done deal, and it makes all the sense in the world. Hey, add on top of that.
A real Negro Damas in the building. Good morning, world. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews. He's Doug, I'm Ryan, and together we are your Two Live Stews experience. Good morning, world.
Good morning.
Shouts out to Mocha Bella. Shouts out to Sigma Dads 9818. And shouts out to my man, Drums 4G, a new listener in the top 5 for the good mornings. And my man, Fly Ties, the honorable mention. Good morning, world, and good morning to you too, Dougie Stew. How you feeling, sir?
I'm fantastic, man. How about you?
Did you find the exact? I'm doing great. Blessed by the best, highly favored, very appreciative and thankful for it all. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Sir, do you know the exact date of that video Tree just opened the show with?
No. I think probably 3-4 months ago.
Okay.
I think it might have been on the heels of South Carolina in the tournament.
What I've learned is that you probably have no idea. Tree thinks it was sometime last year. I'm leaning to the side of what she's saying, but whenever it was, it's at a minimum 3 to 4 months prior to that story dropping this weekend.
Yeah. So once again, it hadn't happened.
Right.
It didn't really that much talk. But it had been reported that calls were made. Okay. Some of the bigger publications like Sports Illustrated and Sporting News actually picked it up as well.
Right.
And when I say picked it up, meaning they're reporting that it's being reported.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like those what we used to call them, the Source Brothers thing. And it may
Yes.
not ever happen.
Right.
The point is, in this game, a
It may not,
prognostication.
it may not be true.
It may not be true.
Right.
In this game of prognostication, okay, making these prognostications and these throwing these thoughts out there is a win for me because
Right.
I said it. It's
Yeah.
documented.
Yeah. And we'll get into the story a little bit deeper in a little while. It is your boys, the Two Live Stews experience. I'm not, and we'll talk about it later. I'm not surprised at all. We do not have a coach. I am not surprised. However,
So you're a Knicks fan for people that are just watching for the first time.
I would be elated to have Dawn Staley as the first women's head coach of my organization. We'll talk about it later.
Right. So we'll come back to it. There's a bunch of little points I want to make about what you just said right now. A lot of people, I'm shocked. I didn't realize this, but a lot of people are sexist. A lot of dudes are sexist.
Well, sir, I really believe that if it wasn't Dawn Staley, you too would be one of those guys you're talking about. But we'll talk about it later.
Oh, so you saying
we'll talk about it later.
If it was a different woman, I'd be sexist towards a different
Or
woman.
if it was a white woman, you would have a problem with it.
What?
Yeah. Same reason why you don't like Caitlin Clark.
Hold on.
Yeah, same reason why you don't like Caitlin Clark.
If a white woman has the resume of Dawn Staley, why would I argue that?
Well, hey, you don't know a white woman that has the resume of Dawn Staley because Pat Summitt is passed.
That's what I was just about to say. Pat
Right,
Summitt,
yeah,
I wouldn't have a problem with Pat Summitt,
Pat Summitt is passed.
And even Pat Summitt doesn't have the resume of Dawn Staley because Pat Summitt wasn't an all-star player in the WNBA.
And she didn't get an Olympic gold. But again, we'll talk about it later. How was your weekend, sir? How was your weekend?
Weekend was great. Didn't really do anything at all. Just chilled out. Something I did do. I did start this journey again. I started watching The Wire again, man.
Oh, good for you. Congratulations.
I started watching The Wire again. They just were nominated or voted like the greatest TV show in the history of TV again.
It's
so
phenomenal.
I've seen the whole series like 5 times.
Right.
I'm on the 6th time, man. It's that good. I kept seeing all of these little clips and reels over the last couple of weeks, and I wondered why, and it's because they got voted #1 show of all time. And
every year during the Christmas holidays, I watch a season of The Wire.
A season,
And
not the whole series.
I move forward and progress every year in the month of December during the Christmas break. I watch an entire season of The Wire.
Yeah.
I have buddies that watch the entire series yearly. It's a phenomenal watch, man. One of the best in the history of television.
Every time I go back and watch it, not so much now, but mostly every time I go back and watch it, I find something new. I realize something new because it's very intricate. It's a lot of little details. It's a lot of storylines, but just phenomenal. I didn't really do anything, man. What about you?
This past weekend, man, my wife was out of town taking a breather. Her and one of her friends went someplace up north in Georgia and hung out.
Whoa.
What?
Sounds like a girl trip.
Well, it could be. It could be looked at as that because she was with one of her best friends. Yeah, it could have been a girl's trip. Yeah.
I think that's the definition of a girl's trip.
Okay.
1 or more girls, 2 or more girls go on a trip. That's a girl's trip. We just had this long falling out last week with the young ladies or the ladies from
Tanya.
Yeah.
The truth ain't in us.
The truth ain't in us. And the week after, you let your old lady go on a girl's trip?
Hey, man. I love when she gets away, man. She grinds hard. Man.
Or is it that you let her go on a girl's trip so she won't question you when you want to go on a guy's trip?
Hey, man, I run mine. Yeah, I run mine, man. I go play golf when I want to play golf, where the hell I want to play golf. And heard her girls wanted to go to the mountains. Kids didn't have nothing this weekend. She took advantage of the opportunity to go to the mountains for the weekend. And I can't. I love for her to do that.
Oh, that's
she
great.
She deserves that.
That's great. That's great.
Oh yeah. That's we great. Had a full week. I mean, I had a full weekend with the kids. Very happy that we did not eat out once. I cooked breakfast every morning, made dinner every night. Me and Miles went to a Columbus showcase where a bunch of Columbus rappers had a concert, man.
Columbus rappers.
Listen, man. We went to a show called Black on Broadway 2. It's the second time they've done it. One of the Performing Arts Center is on Broadway downtown in Columbus. And this rapper named C Black, not R.C. Black, but a different C Black, and his partner.
Everybody got C Black.
Literally had an orchestra on stage for them to go through their music. And they did a showcase of other Columbus rappers prior to them hitting the stage with the orchestra. Show was about 3-4 hours, man. It was amazing. All Columbus talent. It was amazing. People in there with tuxedos on. It was awesome.
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. People from every city in this country got rhymes, got artists.
Look, man, I was blown away by the talent that's in Columbus I had no idea about, sir.
Shouts out to the great BMX, a.k.a. Pee Wee Shine back in Moco. He's been doing it for 40 years. He's literally been doing it for 40 years. And
no question.
His rhyme skills are like that. So, yeah, every city, every town. Hey, ain't Jeezy from Columbus or is he from Macon?
Macon. Jeezy's Macon.
Okay.
You mentioned the great BMX. Sir, it just dawned on me after this weekend show, I need to link BMX and C Black together. RC Black, not Columbus C Black.
Right.
Mentioning C Black again.
Right.
How come Pee Wee and C Black don't have a song together? They're two amongst Corner's finest that's still in the game.
Absolutely. C
So
Black.
yeah, it was a great weekend being a dad, man. Had a wonderful weekend.
Kids
didn't have much to do.
Does our C Black claim Monk's Corner or Cross? Cross is the next town over. I thought didn't he go to Cross?
He came from Cross to Monk's Corner his sophomore year in high school, I believe.
Okay, all right.
I think he claims Moco. I think he claims Moco. We're a bigger city.
You sure he don't claim Harlem? The Bronx?
No, we're not. He would try to claim Brooklyn, but we're not gonna let him claim Brooklyn. Yeah, he's Moco's finest.
Hey, welcome to the show, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Thank you for joining your boys. Hey, do us a favor, man. Share the show. Hit the share button. All right, that's very, very important. Subscribe to the show so whenever we go live, you'll get an alert on your phone. But the big thing is everybody watching, everybody under the sound of the voice that can hear us right now, that'll be huge for us if y'all hit the share button and share it with your timeline and let everybody know the Stews are back. We've been back for about a year and a half now.
Yep,
I think we don't really even need to say we're back anymore. We've been back.
There's still a lot of folks that don't know. Oh, rest in peace, man. Who is this again, Doug?
That is Walter Scott Jr. And I'm not sure. Is that the same picture or is that his twin, Tree? It's his twin.
It's a different. It's not the same picture. It's the same person, not the same picture.
No, it's not the same person. It is the same person. He's a twin. They look exactly alike.
He's a twin?
I don't know if Tree was showing.
I had no idea. Good morning, Tree.
Hi, good morning. It is
Tree.
the same. It is aged, like Ryan said.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But he does also have a twin. Yes, correct.
That looks exactly alike. And I mean, twins supposed to look exactly alike, but some twins look more alike than other twins to me.
Identical twins look exactly alike. There's some twins that don't look nothing alike.
No, okay. It's nothing to argue about. It's not.
I'm speaking facts. I'm speaking facts.
Right. My point was, their entire lives to me have been. They almost look like the same person, the twin. But anyway, he passed away this past weekend, so we're gonna pay a little tribute to him today with the trespass and who else died? Calvin Yarborough from Yarborough and Peoples passed away. We're gonna pay tribute to him as well today in today's show. So. Rest in peace, man.
Shouts out to the great Arlie Wood, who's living her best life in Paris, I believe. In her absence, we've got entertainment reporter that will be a guest entertainment reporter on today's show. Lovely Maya will be joining us for today's entertainment. Looking forward to that.
Okay, all right. So we got top 5, coming up a little bit later. Very interesting top 5 this month. The month is almost over, but this month was Black Music Month. So we got a little top 5 surrounding that. We got
and,
the last.
And I'm gonna tell the dogs and poodles how you try to pull one over on me when it comes to the top 5. Oh, good morning, Tree. Good morning, Tree.
Hi, I just wanted to come back because you were talking about Black Music Month and Alexa stop and the singers. And did y'all see where Beyonce almost fell out of her car this weekend?
I saw that clip.
Can I show it?
Yeah.
Do you mind?
Yeah.
Because just watching it, I was just holding my breath the whole time, and I think it's getting out of hand.
That was almost a left eye tragedy.
You know what she gonna stop? Know what she gonna stop doing? She gonna stop suspending herself in air during these concerts. Every damn concert, she's 100 feet up, 150 feet up, being lowered down to the stage. She gonna stop that stuff now.
We can't hear you, Tree.
First of all, she is not a young spring chicken anymore.
Right.
Did y'all see her face? Like, I watched another angle and she was so reserved.
Well, there's actually a clip out there where she's saying stop.
Yes.
She's telling the people
she said it
lowering.
in this, but
Okay,
I just cut
didn't
it.
hear that. Okay.
I cut it. So
She figured out something was wrong, and she was like, "Stop! Hold on! Stop for a second." And I guess they just made sure everything was secure, and they continued to let her down.
And even if that thing would have fallen, I'm sure she's got belts and stuff on to protect her. I'm sure they may have like a net or something down there. But still, it's just too much, Beyonce.
What
Stop
does
putting
the
yourself
net do, Ryan?
If she
Cover
fell
the
out.
people? What
No,
about the people?
Well, I'm saying it would catch her above the people. is what
She
I'm
was
saying.
lowered on stage. She wasn't lowered in the audience, was she?
Right. No, I thought it was over a stage, but it doesn't matter. She needs to stop doing all these tricks.
Yeah, but all the singers, oh God, I don't want to be an ageist because I'm going to go until I can't go anymore. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
They are old and out there and just Jeffrey Osborne, Gladys Knight, these old people.
This is what happened when you don't have a good retirement plan.
Shouts out to Carrie Portis, 9360. Beyonce looks damn good in jeans. She really does. Those Levi commercials that she's on, I mean, she is shaped like an hourglass. You hear me? Hooray!
Beyonce, you said she has what kind of commercials?
I thought it's in the Levi jeans commercials.
Oh, I've never realized it. Pay attention.
You don't watch TV. You busy looking out the window trying to report people for breaking the law.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I watch
TV from time to time, especially when sports are on.
I caught myself doing that the other night for real. All I
It's
heard
your
was
boys, the
somebody
Two
peel out.
Live News. I mean, you live downtown, man. I'm sure those kids. Never mind, man. Two Live News experience going down, man. Good morning to y'all. Thank y'all for being here. When we get back after we pay a little bit of bills, we're gonna get into these trending topics for the day.
Trending topic. So we'll touch upon this whole Angel Reese great weekend that she had. We got to talk about that. And the Caitlin Clark bad weekends or games still continue. We weren't really going to get to that, but.
Me and Uncle Donnie talked about Caitlin Clark yesterday, man. I think he's disappointed in you.
What?
I think he's disappointed in you.
Okay.
I don't think, Doug. I think he's disappointed in you.
Did you tell him that she was 1 for 29 in the last 3 games in 3-pointers? Did you tell him that?
No, because he knows that she's playing through injury right now. We didn't even talk about that.
Oh, she's playing through injury.
Yeah, she's got a sore growing. Same injury that got me out of the league. It's a serious injury.
We'll also come back with some more commentary about this Dawn Staley rumor, and that's all it is a rumor. But if it happens, your boy said it about 3, 4, 5 months ago, some time ago. But I got some more thoughts on it. Hey, we're going to read a bunch of chat messages later on in today's show.
Guest entertainment reporter, lovely
Guest
Maya, will be
entertainment
joining
reporter.
us today.
Yeah. And stick around when we get back from the break. I'm going to tell you how you can hear more about owning your own travel company. That's right, IntelliTravel.com. So stay tuned. I'll tell you some more details and where you can get more information and do that.
Can we also mention that Super Bowl cruise we got going on? People
Absolutely.
continue to steadily book cabins. Please, we got to mention that also.
We're going to get to that when we get back as well.
All right, man. Y'all keep it locked to your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, and your Two Live Stews experience. Cheer! James Dolan he's on some kind of drugs, man.
Why you got to be on drugs?
He has to be, man. I mean, have you ever seen any travesties such as what the Knicks are dealing with right now? Not having a coach for weeks.
That's what y'all do, though, man.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all screw things up.
Sick to my stomach.
I have been for
Are you
about
tired
50
of
years.
workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance. Every workout.
You'd almost think Angel Reese has to get a touch. Season high and again! Angel Reese is the Sparks ball screen coverage just not solid. No one there on the backside. Angel Reese just slowly creeps to the basket. You want to.
Shouts out to the great Angel Reese, scoring a season high 24 points. Became the first WNBA player with 15 or more rebounds in 4 straight games, finishing with 16 boards and leading the Chicago Sky to a 92-85 victory over the Los Angeles Sparks, who during this game retired Candace Parker's number 3 jersey at halftime. Shouts out Candace Parker. Congratulations. We're your boys, the Two Live Stews, and we're back. It's the Two Live Stews experience. Good morning, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Shouts out to Angel Reese, Doug.
All right, so I'll get to that in a second. Listen, if you want to find out more information on how you can own your own travel agency, make commissions when you book your trips, friends and families trips, hotels, rental cars, cruises. All right, we'll talk more about that in a second. Whatever it may be, you're in Atlanta, email me, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. That's sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. And in the subject line, put, I want to go. All right, that's all you got to do. And then what I'll do is I'll reply to you. With a flyer with details on how you can check out an IntelliTravel PlanNet travel presentation meeting tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So just email me, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com, and in the subject line put I want to go, and I'll shoot you all the details and see you tomorrow night.
I don't like when you say that, we'll cover that later. We'll cover that later. Because you've been making false promises. You say that and you have no intentions of getting back to some of the things you say sometimes.
No. If they email me, I check my email.
No, not email. Never mind.
What are you talking about?
On the heels of what you just mentioned when it comes to IntelliTravel and the great opportunity, don't forget, if you're interested in going on the Two Live Stews Super Bowl cruise, to send Doug and I an email. We'll let you know how to get in contact with Hollywood, but it's...
Well, there it goes right there. sme.hollywood@gmail.com, and that red little rectangle box at the bottom left.
Yes. Holler at Arlie to get your information in so you can secure your cabin before we go out of our second block of rooms, before they all get sold.
Exactly. It's going to be crazy. We're watching the Super Bowl on the cruise, the big cruise with the Stews. Can't wait. That's going to be live. That's going to be real live, man.
Really excited about it.
It's going to be real live. In the first segment, we came in. I made a prognostication. I think it was after the women's college basketball tournament. And My whole belief in Dawn Staley being the first female head coach in the NBA is all of the things that I explained in that video. But the main point is she would get respect out of the male players. Like, it has to be somebody that they really think is a baller. She, like I said in the video, played at every different level. She's won championships. She's a true baller. She played in the Olympics. She's got gold medals. She's got championships. She's coached championship teams. I mean, it just makes all the sense in the world.
And she's a Philly chick that don't put up with no ish.
Yes. And the big thing would be whatever team that hired her, that would be kind of like a media bonanza. You know, they'd be in the headlines. That's a headline-making story.
There are several female coaches in the National Football League as well as the NBA these days, okay? As a matter of fact, the two final teams that played in the postseason this year in the finals for the NBA, the Indiana Pacers, have a female coach that's on the staff. Mm-hmm. And she was very visible throughout the entire championship run. So, yeah, there are female coaches, but there's no head female coach. And her being the first would be substantial.
Yeah, and like I said in the last segment, man, and going back and forth with people, first of all, people were mad. They didn't think that it was a rumor. It was a rumor, you know. But I think the same people that didn't think it was a rumor and that we shouldn't even be talking about it are the same people seemingly that don't feel like the Knicks should have a female basketball coach.
Right.
Which is very, you know, if she's more qualified pretty much than anybody that would interview for that job outside of like NBA lifers.
Not only more qualified, she would, if they would be lucky enough or blessed enough to have her as their coach, she would be one of the biggest coaches that they would have access to at this point.
That'd be a draw too, man. I mean, it'd be a draw. It's just so many pluses and so little negatives that you know. Now, would she be successful? Would the New York media, you know, be on her back like the Hag? Would they run her out of town? Maybe.
She can handle it.
But that's any coach in the New York media market.
And if she can be a black female coach in Columbia, South Carolina, dealing with the media down there because of who she is and what she looks like, I think she'd be just fine in New York dealing with those people as well. Yeah, you know good and well them folk didn't like her a lot in South Carolina when she first got down there.
She first got there, probably not.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Their fists were up. They were in protection mode for sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she's brought all those safeguards down, and she's done an outstanding job. She's one of the best coaches in basketball, not just one of the best women's coaches. She's one of the best coaches in basketball.
So bottom line is there's nothing she can't handle. She's been there. She's been a player. She's been a coach. She's won Olympic gold medals. She has championships once again. So I think whatever team hires her, not only would it be great for their team because she knows her basketball, but it's going to be a media bonanza once again.
Before we get off of the whole Dawn Staley thing, James Dolan, under Coach Thibodeau's leadership as coach, had one of the best seasons in his ownership career. Mm-hmm. His team won 61% of his games this year. But still, he fired Tom Thibodeau. I said it on In the Huddle with Joe Ham last week, sir, or maybe the week before. Tell me why you think the Knicks are having such a hard time finding a coach. Tell me your number one reason why, outside of the dysfunctionality of James Dolan, tell me your one main reason why you think the Knicks haven't hired a coach yet.
Well, clearly they didn't plan. They didn't plan on this happening, or they didn't have all their ducks in a row before they made the move to hire their coach.
100% agree with that.
That had done a lot already and had been very successful in relative terms.
Right.
And the second things is they overvalue themselves.
Okay.
You know that saying we so and so think too much of themselves.
Yeah.
Like they think too much of themselves. I think they think that they were going to have coaches beating down their doors and they would be able to do anything they wanted to and get any coach they wanted to, and that's just not the case.
Sir, in coaching, in the occupation known as coaching, all you can want for your coach to do is get better every year.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And in his 4-year tenure, Tom Thibodeau got better every year to the point where last year his team played in the Eastern Conference Finals, didn't get there. And this year, his team played in the Eastern Conference Finals again and were a game away, and you fired him. What coach in their right mind, especially coaches that have another job right now, what coaches in their right mind is going to shake the dice and take a chance on Jim Dolan, leaving their good job that they have now, coming to New York, where you just saw a guy that got better every year and coached in the Eastern Conference Finals get fired? Why are you going to risk your job to come and work for him?
You're talking about all of the guys that already have jobs that are coaches in other places, like Imo Udoka.
Everybody that's denied the opportunity to come and work for James Dolan in New York.
Right.
That have jobs. Why would they leave their job now to go to a place where after a good season or a great season, one of the best seasons in his history, he fires the coach? Why would you risk leaving your job to go work for him?
You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Probably dealing with what we're dealing
with. Not only that, in the situation where those guys are still the coaches of these other teams, why would they, in general, leave their job to go coach any other team? What if he interviews with, or they make it known, these other coaches, they make it known that they're interested in another job? To me, as the owner of the team that you're coaching at right now, that says that you're not vested in, you're not really locked into our organization, what we're doing here right now.
But it happens sometimes. Sometimes teams request to speak to a current coach that is employed, and their owners, for whatever reason, says, fine, you can talk to him.
Yeah, I think those are cases where, they got 1 foot out of the door and 1 foot on a banana peel.
Okay.
Like, it sounds like with Jason Kidd, with Udoka, like their organizations are happy with them and what they're doing.
And speaking of Udoka, the Houston Rockets are slated to sign Jabari Smith Jr. to a $122 million extension. They got Smith now. They got KD now. Sir, Ime Udoka is going to be one of those coaches where if he turns this program around and finds a way to win a title, he'll go down as one of the best coaches in the NBA's history.
Especially after the scandal he came in off of the whole thing. I don't know if you would call it a scandal. Yeah, I guess you would call it a scandal with Nia Long.
Somewhat of a scandal.
With Nia Long. Not Nia Long. Nia Long was a secondary scandal. The first scandal was him boning somebody in the front office.
Right. Yeah.
It's
slight problem keeping his pee-pee in his pants, but yes.
Allegedly.
Well, no, his ass is out of there. It's public knowledge that he was sleeping with somebody in that building that he probably shouldn't have been sleeping with.
One of the owners or somebody, one of the team owners or something's wife. Something along that lines. I want to circle back to Angel Reese.
Okay.
You mentioned it. First player to ever have 15 boards in 4 straight games. She a dog.
Yes.
In the good way. Not a female dog. A dog as in the, the street vernacular.
Right.
She is a dog. She is the female. Who did I compare it to? And I thought it was such a great comparison. It wasn't Dennis Rodman. It was somebody with a little bit more skills than Dennis Rodman. But she's like that. She's starting to get some, in this time where Caitlin Clark is struggling, and struggling is keeping it light. And this time she's starting to get a little bit more headlines. And at the same time, she's just been on a streak of very good games, 24 points, 16 boards, 7 assists. Shouts out to Angel Reese, doing her thing with all the haters out there.
Shouts out to Angel Reese. You're on fire, girl.
You don't mean it. You don't mean that. Everybody knows you don't mean that.
What do you mean I don't? I just said it. Why wouldn't I mean it?
Shouts out to Angel Reese. She's doing her thing. Love it.
Why wouldn't I mean it?
Well, everybody knows that you don't mean that. Everybody knows that you take a stance where
I don't have a problem with Angel Reese and or her greatness from college or to the WNBA, sir.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm a supporter of Angel Reese. What do you mean? What do you mean I don't mean it?
Well, you don't like her. Everybody knows you don't like her.
When have I ever said I didn't like her? What are you talking about?
Well, you said
You're literally making stuff up right now.
You said that she started the whole "you can't see me" stuff in her face, and you said that she was conceited and she had a bunch of bad games in a row, and you kind of scoffed at her and made fun at her.
Said nothing at all about her being conceited. Stop it! You're lying.
I never said the word conceited. You just put that word in there.
No, Doug, you just said that.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
no, I didn't.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Stop lying on my name.
So she's balling. She's balling, and it happened to be the same time where your girl Caitlin Clark has been really, really struggling. 1 for 29 and 3-pointers is saying struggling is an understatement.
Yeah. She's been 1 from 29 since returning to the court from injury. She missed a game a couple of days ago because of an injury. She has a growing issue right now. And a growing issue is what ultimately got me out of the National Football League. I understand her possibly being in a shooting slump because she is not who she typically is health-wise. And she'll rebound, she'll overcome this, and she'll be just fine.
Do women have groins? I always associated groins with like the underpart of your, for lack of a better way to put it, your ball sack. You sure women got groins? Now, Caitlin Clark might have a groin.
Hold on.
Caitlin Clark might have.
For the record, I don't think the technical term that you should use on the national podcast is balls sacks.
Let's strike that from the record.
Right.
Scrotum.
Scrotum, testicles. Yes, there's a technical term that has been used for those areas that should be used instead of you just saying ball sack.
Okay, so if we have any nurses, any doctors in the chat room,
what are you?
Clarify.
What's this, the 1950s?
What?
Balls.
I need somebody to clarify. Do women actually, when you're talking about women, is the term growing, Groin, I believe?
Correct.
Is that used with women as well as men?
Well, look, man, the reports are saying she's got a growing issue.
Of course, Caitlin Clark has a groin. He's trying to be funny. Let's see. Testicles.
Every woman has a growing, man. The media is reporting it as a growing injury, sir.
The groin is a muscle, Doug. Yes, they have them.
Yes.
All right.
You don't have to have testicles or a penis to have a growing.
And I guess the reason I asked that question, I've never heard the word
What is
growing.
this, the 1950s?
Hold on. I've never heard the word growing in association with a woman before until really this show, when you started saying Caitlin Clark has a pull growing.
That's unbelievable, man. Your hate for Caitlin Clark is so deep that you want to take away every woman's growing.
No, that's not
to have
it.
a joke at Caitlin Clark. Just to try to make it seem like
I can't get on
just
this.
to try to put her in the realm of her looking like a guy or her being a man. Just to devalue her. Now no woman has a growing. You need to stop, man. Yeah. Just to put this post right here up.
Doug, you know women have growings.
Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews. And the Two Live Stews
is a muscle.
experience.
Yes, they have them. Okay. All right.
Hollywood is out of town.
My bad.
She's on a trip over the pond. And the lovely Maya will be spending time with us for today's entertainment report.
Look,
and I'm very excited.
Look at FM. He might be a doctor. FM, what's your background?
He might be a doctor. Men have growings and so do women.
I'm going to do some research during the break.
Next thing you're going to say is Caitlin Clark doesn't have any lungs. She has gills. You got to stop this, man. I mean, it is bad. Y'all keep it locked, man. Entertainment report coming up with the lovely Maya, and then we'll get back into your chat and everything else. Hey, Super Chatters, where you at? We're going to start with y'all.
Okay, it's
We're gonna count
verified.
it off.
It's verified. Women have groins.
It's
Google just confirmed.
for the record,
Yes.
sir. You are the only mofo that didn't know women have growings. It's you.
I'm not a science major, biology major, or anything like that. Why would I know that?
Y'all keep it locked to your boys, man. Duckster, Ryan Stewart, and the hater himself.
Right. Look at Jungle Brother. He's exactly right. How we get stuck on Caitlin Clark when we was praising Angel Reese's rebound?
You brought it up. You brought it up. Yeah. That was what you did. You brought her to the show this segment.
I did not. You did.
You tried to make it out, make me out to be a
I
hater
did
of
not.
Angel
You
Reese.
did. You are a hater of Angel
Yeah.
Reese. Everybody knows that. Stop
Yeah.
that.
Stop
that.
Everybody's watching the segment, sir. Y'all keep it locked. Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Ollie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 towing. That number is 404-770-6949. It's your boys, and we're back, man. Your two live stews, Dustin and Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews, and we want to welcome into the doghouse for the first time the lovely Maya.
What's up,
Hey,
Maya?
everybody.
Hey, Maya.
Hey, how are you
Maya?
guys?
Everything cool?
Good morning.
Everything is amazing. Good morning. Good morning. So,
Hi.
oh yeah, Doug, it's not your fault that you don't know about the woman's anatomy. Like most men don't.
Right. I mean, I do know about women's anatomy, but I wasn't clear about the growing thing. Did you know that you have a growing?
Yeah.
You did know that.
You know you have a growing Maya. He's got 3 daughters and a niece and doesn't know women have growings.
So wait a minute. Do you have one or two? Is it one growing or is it 2 growings? It's a set of growings, right?
It's okay, so it's kind of like where the folds are. Like that's kind of where like the upper thigh, like that area, like
Okay.
in your
Okay.
yeah, so
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Doug, her growings are exactly where your growings are.
Are you sure about that?
yeah, I think so.
Hey, Maya, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from? I hear an accent already.
Well,
Go
I
ahead.
feel like
Take
I
a
don't have an
guess.
accent, but I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Okay, no, I thought you were gonna say you from the SWATs. I thought you were from the SWATs. How long you been in Atlanta, or are you in
10
Atlanta?
years.
10
Yep,
years,
10
okay.
years.
Okay, all right.
10 years, July 4th, exactly.
I'm very fond of Detroit. You know the story with this guy here. He played, years up in Detroit for the Lions, and we've had a lot of great times in Detroit.
you used
Okay.
to visit Detroit like every other month for a couple of months back, man. You still taking those trips, Doug?
Not as much. Not
Okay.
as much.
All right. Okay.
Not as
Flame
much.
went out. Flame went out, huh?
I didn't say anything like that. What are you talking about?
Okay. So, Mike, can you tell us how you got to Atlanta from Detroit?
Oh, so I had an epiphany. So I went to Michigan State, and then I did hair school after I did Michigan State. And so I was going to move to Chicago. Everything told me to move to Chicago. And then one day I was working at General Motors. Something just told me to move to Atlanta. So I moved to Atlanta. And then I was like, okay, I want to do hair and makeup, like something in the film industry. I was like, this is probably like the place I can go. And then I was invited to the Tyler Perry grand opening to the new studio.
Okay.
And that's how I got into the film industry.
Wow. Great stuff. Great stuff. So you like Atlanta?
I love it. I mean, it's home at this point. It's
Okay.
better than
Yeah.
Detroit, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to hate on Detroit because I love Detroit, but Atlanta is
mean-
Atlanta. Yeah.
Oh, the Lions are doing good now,
Uh-huh.
but for a long time, it was
struggled.
pretty sad. So I don't want to jump on the bandwagon now just because they're doing good.
Uh-huh.
I feel bad because there's not too many people who are Lions fans.
No. Even though the stadium's always packed, no matter what the temperature
Yeah.
is, people be out there tailgating in minus 20-degree weather. They don't
Because
care.
there's nothing to do with Detroit.
Uh-huh.
True.
Right,
That's true.
right.
That's true.
Detroit, the downtown area of Detroit is like is being revitalized right now. But
yeah, they gentrified it.
Yeah. And Atlanta is Atlanta. But go ahead. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on in the world of entertainment.
All right, so we're gonna start off with Tanisha Arnold from Martin. You guys may know her as Pam. Her birthday just passed. It was June 28th. So we just want to show her love and send her flowers, because we have to celebrate people while they're here. And she's been really good in our industry.
Happy birthday, Tisha Campbell. She's a fan favorite for sure. No doubt about it.
No, not Tisha Campbell, Tashina Arnold.
Oh, Tashina Arnold. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Pam from Martin. Pam from
Okay,
Martin.
my bad.
Now we are gonna talk about would you just call her
Tisha Campbell?
Tisha Campbell. We are gonna talk about Tisha Campbell in a little while, so stay tuned for that.
My apology.
No problem. And so let me get into this Puffy trial. So a lot of people were confused and thinking that the government didn't have a strong case against Diddy due to the fact that they were dropping some of the charges. But really, the only charges that they dropped were the attempted charges. So that's the key word: attempted kidnapping charge and the attempted arson charge. So he's still being charged with multiple acts of kidnapping and multiple acts of arson. So he's doing he has multiple acts of kidnapping, the conspiracy to commit kidnapping, aiding and abetting kidnapping, aiding and abetting arson, and the conspiracy to commit arson. So amongst all other charges that he's being charged with.
And listen, we didn't have firsthand information of the trial, but has anybody testified that he locked the doors and didn't let them leave?
I haven't been keeping up with it crazy as much, but like this past weekend, a lot of people were talking about it due to the fact that they were doing their closing statements.
Right.
So the closing statements, Diddy's lawyer, I feel like the closing statements from the things that I've seen weren't like, I feel like they were just kind of BS, to be perfectly honest, because he like showed his family like, oh, 6 of his 7 kids were here. They're here because they love him and they care about him. Of course his family is going to show up, and his mom is here because they care about him, and he takes care of people. He takes care of people because he has the means to take care of people. So I don't understand how that's like a big factor. But also he said that one of his exes, this was another point that he made, his ex Jane, I never heard about this girl Jane, but she's still living in a house that is being paid for by Diddy according to the testimonies. But she also testified against him about coercion, and the defense attorney was basically saying, oh, so does this look like coercion? She's still living in this house, which she deserves. And so it's like, okay, whatever. I feel like who's just gonna, especially in this economy, who's just about to move out? And
Right. So what are your thoughts? We have, when Arlie does the report, she kind of gives us her thoughts about what she thinks is going to happen. What do you think is going to happen, Maya? If you had to, based on the knowledge that you have about the trial, do you think he's going to jail, or do you think he's going to go free?
I think it's really hard to say, but because the government wants him, I think somehow if this doesn't happen, it's going to be like one of those OJ situations where later on in life, they're going to get him for something else that's just random.
Yeah. You remember OJ tried to steal his stuff back, or not steal his stuff back, tried to get
so
his
they
stuff
just
back.
wanted to get him somehow, some way. So they will get him. If they want him, I feel like they're going to get him.
I think if he beats this rap, man, that he'll be on that yacht on the first thing smoking to get out of this country, never to return again.
Yeah, I think he's definitely gonna do who is it?
Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons. Yep, he's definitely gonna do that. I definitely think, it's a lot of people who, and Diddy's just the first of many, I feel like. But another thing that the government lead attorney, Maureen Comey, she gave a powerful speech after the defense attorney says their last closing statements, which was really good. She said that sex trafficking is getting someone to say yes through the force of coercion. And that's only one time. One time is enough. And she said, you don't need to believe that all the freak-offs were sex trafficking. The question is, was one of them forced or coerced? One time is enough to convict.
Yeah, they got 8 men on this jury as well.
Yeah, so due to the fact that it's like everybody saying, oh, people participated, like, but what about that one time that somebody didn't want to participate?
And there's several texts showing, or evidence in the case showing, that Cassie was somewhat of the initiator of these freak offs from time to time.
Yeah.
I think Puffy gonna beat this thing, man. I really do.
But
I
the
really
thing
do.
is, even if she was the initiator, she's not just an initiator that's just like, oh, because this was my idea. She's been manipulated, abused to do these things. It's
That's what the
like,
prosecution is saying. Yeah.
yeah, it's not like, okay, like I'm just a girl and I'm like, I want to have these freak offs. This is what's in my mind. This is what's in my heart to do. But after you're with someone and you're literally, that's all you know, and you know if you don't follow suit,
Yeah,
what else are you gonna do?
They're trying to say she's been groomed. This is the same thing they try to get pimps on, coercion. I mean, you know how the pimps they have a way to talk and they got slick tongues.
No,
and
I don't know anything about pimping. That's above my pay grade.
you never seen pimps up, hoes down?
I've seen pimp up, hoes down. Yes, I have seen that.
Thank you. Well, you know about pimps. You know how they do their thing and how they talk and how they sweet talk. Back in the day, they would call getting some woman to do something sweet talking. They're calling it coercion now, and it's exactly what the pimps do. They talk these chicks out of their drawers, man.
And it depends on how you were raised. Like if you have a good, like a lot of people don't have a strong, and I feel like even being in the entertainment industry, if you put your child in the entertainment industry at a young age, even 18, you have to have a different character build to be in the entertainment industry at that age. Like, because you're going to probably end up doing a lot of things. If you don't have somebody strong watching over you, I just think it's a dangerous game.
Right. Okay. All right. What else you got for us? You got anything else for us, Maya?
Okay. Yes, we got a whole bunch of stuff going on. So Georgia has implemented 100 new laws, over 100 new laws that will go into effect tomorrow, July 1st. So some of the ones that I thought were spicy were that, like, you know how landlords and apartment complexes are charging application fees to get in these apartment complexes, and then they deny them and keep your application fee. Now, if you're denied, they have to give you your money back.
Oh man, that's great, and it's right on time.
Wow.
Because I'm probably not probably. I already told them I'm moving out of my apartment here, coming very soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is so many people are probably getting denied because they're asking for crazy things, like to qualify. They're asking for 3 to 6 months rent up front, like that you have to have and showing in your bank account. And you know now it's hard to cheat the system because they have another app that goes into your bank account. So that's crazy.
Okay.
Also, what another fun one that was really cool, well, not cool, but it's kind of weird, but balloon releasing. And it's funny because I just seen someone do a balloon release for a memorial. Well, that's not funny, but a memorial balloon release this past weekend, and that's now illegal. Well, tomorrow, starting tomorrow.
So I mean, that's black people centric. I don't think white people be releasing the balloons like we do.
Yeah, maybe they be
so that might be some hate.
Well,
you think is it some type of environmental hazard or something? The balloons they pop somewhere and
because they're really focusing on the helium, so it's not like they're just saying balloons. Like, yeah, so it has to be. It's probably environmental, but like where the earth is all messed up anyway. But also now at restaurants you'll be able to take your liquor out with you. You know how at first
like New Orleans or Miami.
Yeah. You can. So now it's not illegal. I know during the pandemic, they were letting people, like they were sealing it and letting you leave the restaurant with your liquor, your beverage.
So wait a minute. In Georgia going forward, you buy a drink, you can take it out with you.
In a to-go cup.
Yep.
And then get in your car and drive with your drink that you just got out of the restaurant.
You're probably going to get arrested if you do that.
Wait a minute. So what about, and I'm sure maybe there's another part to it, but there's an open container law. Like how do you offset that?
Now the law's not saying you can take your drink in your car.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's what the law says.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You can leave the restaurant with it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because at first you can leave the restaurant with it.
Right, but if you get in your car with your open container drink that you just got from a restaurant, you can
get pulled over.
Go into jail.
That's correct.
Okay, gotcha.
And another fun one is the bounce houses, that people have at kids' parties and different things like that.
Yeah.
So you can no longer have those if the wind speed is higher than 15 miles per hour.
Okay, it makes sense. I'm assuming
It
somebody.
does make sense because a couple weeks ago, one by Atlantic Station had tumbled over onto the highway, and that's just a danger.
Was
Yeah.
the kids in there?
I don't think so because
Okay,
it was
woo.
raining. But
Okay,
yeah, they
okay.
tumbled over.
I promise you, I know when that happened. That had to happen that Saturday, a Sundress.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Sir, you weren't here, but it was like freaking Wizard of Oz win.
Yeah.
It was
really
crazy.
Okay.
It was unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah, this makes total sense. I understand.
That makes sense.
Yep.
That makes sense. All right.
And so for the parents out there, I don't have any children, so this one didn't pertain to me. But parents of children age 5 and under could claim extra $250 state income tax credit, which also expands to the state income tax credit for childcare expenses.
Okay.
Okay. That's
All right,
a tax break for parents. I like
that's
that.
family.
Yeah.
That's family friendly. I like family friendly.
Yeah. So that's good.
Uh-huh.
And that's all I have on the state laws that I thought were spicy that jumped out at me.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So
So you
what's
guys,
this?
I want to talk about Stephon Diggs and Cardi B. So he rented a castle outside of Paris, right outside of Paris. It's called the Chateau Farcheville. And it had a real moat. It had like a legit medieval castle for her. For just a vacation. So
Stephon Diggs really likes she, huh?
I mean, or he just don't mind spending money.
Yeah, well, he's got a little bit of paper. You know, he's made some good money in his career, and you know, Cardi he's trying to make sure that Offset is just that off. You know, he's shooting his shot for sure.
Yeah, I think it's more than just shooting his shot. I think at this point is a humiliation ritual.
So you think he's just trying to show up, old boy?
I think he likes her,
I'm
but
banging your old lady type thing.
To everybody. Yeah. I think everybody's laughing at the crash out version of Offset and the downfall.
Hey, stop right there. Hey, stop right there. What's the definition of that term you just used? Crash out.
Crash out. Okay, so crash out is basically when
they call me ON. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's like when you're not keeping things together and you just go off and you're having a temper tantrum, basically in a nutshell.
Oh, a temper tantrum. You go crazy. You lose it.
You lose it.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. So I think everybody's enjoying watching the crash out of Offset, and everybody's happy for Cardi B because he's done her wrong for so long. And cheated on her and basically told her she wasn't going to get nobody else because she has kids and all of this stuff. And so basically, she's just like, this isn't true. So let me show you.
There's several people that I've talked to this past weekend based upon things that we've talked about on this show and just talking about relationships. It's funny how dudes be thinking that the grass is going to be greener on the other side. And the minute you leave that yard, you trying to do all you can to get back in there. I think that's the situation that Offset is dealing with. He really was believing his own hype, and now that his lady's gone, he missed she big time and wants her back.
Because she has all the money. And not only does she have all the money, so pretty much she was taking care of everything.
Oh, that dude plays professional football. He's pretty good.
No, not Stephon
referring
Diggs.
referring to Offset.
Oh, okay, Offset.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Migos don't have hits? You don't think they get paid?
No, he's broke.
Not like her.
She said, no, he's broke.
He's broke?
He's going out bad. Like, he's going out real bad.
Damn. I thought the Migos was on top for like the last decade or so. Okay.
No, because you remember they broke up, and then he was trying to do his own solo career.
Right. You're thinking about Quavo. Quavo's got paper.
Not only that, the group took a hit when one of his members died. But
even before that, they had broke up.
Oh, they did? Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Maya, listen, thank you for pulling up today, man. Outstanding job. We really appreciate it. And we'll look forward to spending some time with you on
Thank
we'll spend some time with you on Thursday. For those who may not know, you can follow her on social media at Maya@love_Maya B. Okay.
What does that mean? What bubble are you on, Doug? What does that mean?
Where'd you see that?
Somebody said, what bubbles are you on, Doug? I don't know what that means. Hey, but Maya, great job. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
See you Thursday, Maya. Thank you.
All right. See you guys Thursday. Thank you for having me.
And I love the D. It's a great place, man.
It is, man. I love the D, man.
Yeah.
Maya's an actress in the ATL, man, and she's on a couple of different shows. I probably shouldn't mention that. I'll let her mention that on Thursday. But she mentioned being in that space and working out there with Tyler Perry a little. So shouts out to her, man. She did an outstanding job.
Okay, so does she and Arlie know each other? Have they worked together before or something?
I'm not when we talked and set this thing up, she never mentioned knowing Arlie, even though she's seen some videos of Arlie. So I don't think so. There's a lot of actors and actresses down on that set of Beyond the Gate, sir.
Right. I love the D. Pause.
You forgot to say that, man.
That's what I forgot to say that. But everybody knows what we were talking about.
Ryan, your brother's not thinking about anybody. Shaking my head, laugh out loud. Yeah, Marvin, that's exactly right. His opinions and his thoughts trump all.
What is that remark referring to? What did I say dealing with that?
Just found Maya on Instagram and followed her. Thank you, Lucen XI. Appreciate you, player. Y'all show Maya some love, man. Follow her on social media. She's got a hell of followers. So y'all follow her, and she's always doing reports and has got some good stuff going on in these streets. Hey, man, up next.
What does this mean? Your brother is not thinking. It's right here.
Yeah, you don't think about anybody, man.
But what is this comment referring to? Which is totally not true.
Your life, and you not thinking about people.
No, I'm saying specifically, what did we say to make him say this?
Well,
Marvin, just shoot.
Oh my God, Douglas.
What?
Doug.
What?
Just, you don't know that we have groins. You calling the police on balloons and alcohol being, everything about you can tend to be, you don't know what crash out, like, you got kids.
He stopped my dad. Hey, wait. I'm one of those ONs. Can you please tell me what crash out means?
Right. I gladly accept the term ON. I keep hearing this term crash out on social media, and I've never asked anybody. I'm always busy, and I'm glancing at things, and I see
Marvin
crash
Child
out
said,
and crash out.
Bubble means that you're in a place, that you're in another place mentally. That's what,
okay.
Bubble means. Hey, man, we got to pay these bills. Great job, Maya. We look forward to seeing her on Thursday. Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews and your Two Live Stews experience. It's time for Top 5. Yeah, it's time for our Top 5, baby, and we've got a great one talking about some music. Y'all keep it locked.
Yeah, got your ass today.
Yeah, you think so?
No drama.
You've been trying to set me up for a couple days. I'm not falling for it. You're in the dark. Pow! Dogs and poodles, it's the Two Live Stews, and we're back. Our debate that started us on radio was the effectiveness of the option, idiot.
You call your brother idiot? I never call you an idiot.
Dummy. What you did is called hijack the show. I'm done. Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart streaming live Monday and Thursday at 7 a.m.
That's the number 2 live stews, youtube.com. 2 live stews, youtube.com.
My son about to tell you about his toys.
They're collectibles.
Collectibles. My son about to. You sure they're not toys? They're collectibles. Okay. I got it. He about to tell you about his toy collectibles. And you better listen. I'm not playing. I got them.
So so I collect Marvel Legends. This is one of my favorite superheroes that I keep high on my display. It's based off my the Jim Lee X-Men team.
Jim Lee.
This is my favorite superhero is obviously Beast because he's a lot like me. He's different. And
He's different. He a lot like him. Go ahead, baby.
He's
Go ahead.
different. He's one of the smartest characters on the team. His real name is Hank McCoy.
Hank McCoy is a superhero named Hank.
Henry McCoy, if you prefer the word get technical. Henry McCoy.
Henry is worse, man. I'm telling you that right now. It's a dumb name.
Ant-Man's real name is Henry.
You kidding? Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Keep going.
Beast first.
And this is his brother. He
no,
blew
not,
too.
No, that is not. They're not related.
He not his brother.
This is Kurt Wagner.
Oh man, these names of these superheroes, Kurt and Henry. Give me these two. They stupid.
Hey.
Go ahead, get somebody else. Get somebody else with a good name.
And shouts out to Tisha Campbell. Or does she go by Martin now? Tisha Campbell Martin. She was once married to Dwayne Martin.
Why the boxing gloves?
I don't get that. Now let's talk a little bit about that video clip you just saw. I thought it was hilarious. Posted
And
it
welcome
this
back to
weekend.
your boys, the Two Live Stews, Dougster and Ron Stewart, the makeup of those stews, and this is your Two Live Stews experience. Hilarious clip, but why the boxing gloves?
I don't know. I think it has something to do with one of these trending not tests.
Why am I asking you? Tree, can you come in?
That's
Can you
true.
come in,
Tree,
please?
Tree, just come on. I was gonna have Tree come in.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna ask this and nothing else ever.
So what I was gonna say is, and I gotta get my thoughts together. I think it has something to do with like a online internet challenge. Is that part of it, Tree? Why she had the gloves?
They've been doing this for months. She and her son have been doing TikToks. If y'all would just go over there. They've been doing it for months. I think it's just part of her bit. Like, I don't know of it to be a challenge.
Okay.
To my knowledge. But what I wanted to say, and you all were talking about Beyonce already this morning, and she's been having Rumi come on stage. And while they haven't confirmed that she is autistic, there's something clearly going on there. And don't be coming for me either, motherfuckers. Right. So I think that Beyonce and people like Tisha, they're working to normalize this. I was having a conversation this weekend.
When you say this, Tree, be more specific.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Autism. I do not recall knowing people. And shout out to Maya. What up, though? I'm from Detroit. I did not grow up with knowing, and stop talking about Detroit, you two, especially you.
Well, no, Tree. Maya's from a good part of Detroit. You from the bad part of Detroit.
Fuck you. And so, I don't recall knowing any children with autism. And so I want to ask the people in the chat, did y'all where is this coming from?
So it sounds like you on the Robert Kennedy Jr. bandwagon with this autism thing. He feels that it's man created or because of what's in the food and our lifestyles or whatever the case may be, that autism is ticking up. And there's a lot more cases that we see. I don't really remember. I don't even know if we called it autism if somebody was acting a little bit different.
Touched. We said touched and things like that.
Those kids were autistic. Everybody we called touched back in 1978 probably were autistic.
They use an R word that I'm not going to say because I know I shouldn't say it.
Definitely can't.
Right, but that's what it was referred to back then.
No, we would never
refer
to.
The R word was more like loud and shaking.
Right,
and these people.
Yeah, her son that was just in that video. No one would ever refer to that kid back in the day as the R word.
No. He was very steady, smooth with it.
Yeah.
But I'm not a Robert Kennedy person, but I will admit, happy birthday to Cameron. Shout out to my baby boy. He turned 23 today. We did not get all of their vaccinations because their dad was
adamantly against it. Okay.
And they're fine. They're fine. But yeah, I think Beyonce is, and people like Tisha are normalizing it. I just wondered if y'all knew anybody growing up. Ryan says yes, absolutely. There was someone at the church.
The only person
because Doug is saying no, he will not agree with my assessment of that. But it's okay.
Okay. Would you call three-peat? Would you say that's touched or autism or? Okay, I'm gonna let y'all.
He just has a stuttering problem. What are you talking about?
God damn, Tree! I don't believe she just did that.
Tree tried to call three-piece retarded.
No, not the R word. But yes, that's what she was insinuating. We shouldn't say the R word though.
Where'd that come from?
Hey, no, three-peat. I know you're watching. I'll take care of this. Don't worry about it.
God damn, the man has a speech impediment. Now
he has a problem talking, and you calling him a straight up retard? Damn, Tree. He's not going to want to come on the cruise, Tree.
God damn. Where'd that come from?
I mean,
That's all left field.
if we all think back to when we were in elementary school, grade school, middle school, if we all think back, there was a person in our class or in our class's entirety, maybe not in our particular classroom of 20, 25 people, but in our class, I think I had 250 people in my class. There was 1 or 2 people that were different. That's autism. That's autism.
Now, once again, back when we were growing up, the era we were talking about with Tree, somebody that was the R word, and I hate to I'm not even sure the implications of it.
They rode a short bus and they were in a trailer behind.
That's what I was about to say. They weren't
Right.
even mixed in with the regular kids.
Right. Yeah.
So
their teacher met them at the bus when the bus pulled up at the school.
yeah, so I believe that if you look back at some of the kids that we call weird, I'm not saying this is right, okay? We're way more politically correct in 2025. The kids that we call weird, and in particular nerds, are more kind of like in that category of her son that was just talking in that video.
Nerds are people that were high on the spectrum.
Right, but autistic kids are very, very smart in certain things, from what I understand.
I agree. Okay, I agree. But again,
that kid sounds like a genius. That kid sounds like freaking Tony Stark when he was breaking down the action figures.
Okay. All right, we got to get to this top 5, man.
And what did he call them? He called them collectibles.
Collectibles.
We call them action figures. They are not dolls. There's a big difference between dolls and action figures. I just wanted to say that for the record.
Okay. Explain today's top 5, so I'm going to allow you to do that. And then after you explain the top 5, I'll take back over to get into order and all that stuff like that.
You're watching the 2 Live Stews Experience. So this month, June, is National.
She put that up so you could go over the last results before we move into what's next, Doug. So please do that.
Okay. There goes the tally right now. We do a top 5 every week. We try to. Sometimes somebody just cries like a freaking baby, and we don't do it every once in a while, and there's a lot of controversy. But we basically put together a list of top 5s in a particular category, and we let the listeners vote, and the people watching.
Here was last week's top 5 show girlfriends of all time. You see Doug brought in 18% of the vote. I brought in 82. I won. So Doug, would you please now explain today's top 5 and where it was received from, and then after that you go into your top 5 and then I'll do mine.
So this month, June, is Black Music. Is it Black Music Month, Tree? All right, June is Black Music Month, and so we decided to come up with a top 5 list on the top 5 hip-hop/rap albums of all time.
Okay. All right. Now that is out, Doug, I would allow you to go ahead and do yours first.
Coming in at number 5 on my list is Raising Hell. Tree, can you put it up, please? Thank you. Please. There we go. There we go. Coming in at number 5, Run DMC, Raising Hell. Peter Piper, Walk This Way, My Adidas, classics. Classic. And there's a bunch of other hits on that tape as well. Coming in at number 4, Biggie, first album, Ready to Die. Unbelievable album. Big Papa, One More Chance, Juicy, classics. Every track on that first album was dope as hell. Style, flow, incredible. Coming in at number 3. Could have been much higher, but I put it at number 3. Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full. I Ain't No Joke. Eric B. for President. And classic, the classic, maybe my favorite hip-hop song of all times, You Know I Got Soul. Coming in at number 2.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Coming in at number 2, the great Tupac, a.k.a. Tupac Shakur. All right. California Love.
Hey, when you say Tupac, it really bothers me when you say Tupac.
California Love, How Do You Want It, All Eyes on Me, and a bunch of other greats. This was like a 2-disc CD. He had a ton of songs. Everybody knows he puts out a ton of music. But this was classic. Could have put it up higher, but I put it at number 2. And coming in at number 1, the greatest hip-hop album of all time, show it, Tree, Public Enemy, Fear of a Black Planet.
Yep.
Fight the Power. Fight the power.
That's a good list.
Can you let me finish? Fight the power. Welcome to the Terror Dome. And the show that we use as a theme for the Two Live Stews for many, many years, and technically still today, we just can't play it because we don't have copyright approval, is Brothers Gonna Work It Out. Classic.
Awesome.
There goes my top 5. Coming in at number 5, let me repeat it, Run DMC, Raising Hell.
Why
Number
would-
4,
why would-
Biggie,
why
Ready
would-
to Die. Number 3, Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full. Number 2, Tupac, All Eyes on Me. And coming in at number 1, P.E., Fear of a Black Planet.
Why do you have your top 5 with 1 first? Shouldn't 5 be first? And the winning top 5 list from today goes as follows. Top 5 rap albums of all time. Number 5, Paid in Full. Eric B. and Rakim, one of the most influential albums in hip-hop history. Introduced internal rhyme schemes and heavy sampling. Eric B. and Rakim are, well, one of my favorite groups, but Rakim is my favorite rapper. Number 2, Reasonable Doubt from Jay-Z. One of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time with standout tracks like Can't Not the Hustle and Brooklyn's Finest. Another one of my favorite artists in hip-hop. Number 3, Straight to the South. How could you forget Aquemini and Outkast, sir?
Didn't forget it.
A groundbreaking album that combined Southern and supernatural elements and was praised by critics for its unique lyrical themes and musicality. Shouts out to the great Outkast. I had a hard time choosing from their top 3 albums. Number 2, The Chronic. Almost put that down as my number 1, man. All these albums that I'm listing, sir, are albums that you can play from 1 all the way to the end without fast forwarding or stopping or skipping songs. Great music. So it was with The Chronic. A landmark album that helped establish Dr. Dre as one of the most influential producers of all time. And last but not least, one of my favorite artists and one of the best albums, and it was his debut album, Ready to Die from Biggie Smalls. It debuted back in 1994.
I had that one on my list too.
Bad
I had
Boy.
a lot of yours on my list too.
Arista Records. The partly autobiographical album tells the story of the rapper's experiences as a young criminal and was the only studio album released during his lifetime, as he was murdered 2 weeks prior to his second album coming out. Rest in peace, Biggie. He gets my number 1. That's your winning top 5.
No,
Showing love to my top 3 rappers of all time, Rakim, Biggie, and Jay-Z, and my 2 favorite albums of all time, Ready to Die and The Chronic.
It's Arista Records too, not Arista.
Yeah, you say tomato, I say tomato. Same damn thing. Y'all vote for your boys' top 5 rap albums.
Yeah,
that's me. I put time into my graphics. I put time into my graphics. I put time into everything.
You pulled that offline somewhere. That's all you did is pull it offline somewhere.
You find it online and post it then. I made this.
No, you didn't. You didn't make that.
Yeah.
You're a plagiarist if you made this. You didn't make this.
Right. Y'all vote for my top 5.
So we'll have these posted in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group within an hour of today's show, the end of today's show.
So Doug throws up out of nowhere after he's been fighting me tooth and nail not to do honorable mentions. He says, "Hey man, after our top 5, let's put in one special character."
No, it wasn't one special character. That's not what I said.
What did you ask for? What did you ask for?
No, I said it was a wild card. The wild card is the same thing as an honorable mention. You just didn't know that.
No, I knew that, but again,
you didn't know what wild card meant. I got the text when you replied to me saying you didn't know what it was.
Sir, my question was, you were in essence trying to manipulate the system. You won't let me do honorable mentions, but you want to do an honorable mention, but instead of calling it an honorable mention, you present it as a wild card. Man, beat it. Beat it. Always trying to fancy the system. Always trying to give yourself a leg up. I've been trying to do honorable mentions for months. Oh, no, we don't do honorable mentions. But I know I said no to honorable mentions, but now that I have an honorable mention, I'm going to present it to him as a wild card.
No, I've said we don't do honorable mentions if we both don't know we're doing honorable mentions.
Right, yeah.
I asked you beforehand if you wanted to do an honorable mention. I called it a wild card. You didn't know what I meant.
He changed the name from honorable mention to wild card to suit your own fancy. Beat it. Y'all both on my top 5 list. Let me keep on winning. Don't let these losers cheat us out of another victory. Support your boy.
You call your brother a loser?
Yes. You've been losing the last few top 5s. So, yes, you are a loser. At Reggie One Mitchell. Doug looking like a bald Albie Shore with the new camera. Yeah, that camera got you lit in the city. Man, Ryan, my homeboy had the background graphic as a poster back in 05. Yes! But I created my top 5 with it.
You just said you created it.
That's my graphic with my top 5 on it.
No, you made it sound like you did that, like you came up with that.
No, I didn't create the artwork, you idiot. I never said that.
That's what you said.
Oh, man. Ryan got the chronic on there. Drop the mic. Exactly, Jungle Brother. 8923. Exactly.
Whatever, man.
Yes. I appreciate y'all support. All right. Don't like that order, but Ryan's list was slightly better. Thank you, Javon, 3300.
You have your chance to vote and within an hour of the end of today's show. In the 2 Hours 2 Facebook check.
Leave out the dark is hell is hot. Yeah. Well, you only had 5.
Right. It's literally 50 phenomenal 5 mic albums in the history of hip hop. You can only put 5.
I almost put Lauren's album on there.
Come on, Marvin. Vote for me, brother.
The words of Vince Carter. It's over. Ryan wins. Thank you. My list is better.
No.
You got my vote, Ryan. Thank you, Marvin Childs. My list is better. Outkast. How did he not have Outkast on there?
Well, I mean,
how do you live in Atlanta but don't have Outkast on there?
Once again,
the South got something to say, shorty.
Once again, it's top 5, and they just didn't fit in my top 5. We'll see.
Well, again, Ryan, why you had Tupac front center on that photo, but you don't have him on your top 5? If you've listened to the show,
because he pulled it off the interweb. That's what I was saying.
Tupac is not one of my favorite
Come
artists.
up with this.
Tupac, no, that's not my. I didn't do the paint. I didn't do the artwork, you idiot.
That's what you said. That's what you made it seem like.
I said I created my own graphic, sir. Unlike Tree that did yours, I created my own.
Do you not understand the English English language?
Y'all vote for my top 5.
I created my own graphic.
Y'all top 5. Vote for your boy. We appreciate you. This is awesome. You missed it. The disrespect. Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the 2 Lives Tuesday and the 2 Lives Tuesday Experience. Thank you for being here. Good morning. We're going to get into a last 48. We got a real good one. Yeah. The problem with your top 5 these days, sir, is now that I post my own top 5s and you have to go first, Tree can't change yours to beat mine. She would have definitely put Outkast on yours the minute she saw mine, but you had to go first.
I think
y'all vote for your boy.
Man. I'm starting to realize you kind of slow.
Yeah. You can say whatever you want.
Maybe you should have been wearing a helmet since the 2nd grade.
Right. Georgia Tech degree.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Georgia Tech degree. School where they cut the grass and don't have cars on blocks on the campus.
Are you tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance. Every workout.
Remember the first day of school, you couldn't even sleep looking at that outfit all night? Wasn't that an amazing night? The night before school, you lay your pants down on top of the shirt with the shoes down on the floor, right? Oh, I'm gonna kill them in the morning. I'll just be in the bedroom. I'm gonna kill their ass in the morning.
I'm gonna kill their ass in the morning. Oh, shout out to my boy Mike Epps, man. Welcome back to the show. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews. Yeah, man. That was my night, the first night, the night before school every year. That was my night.
Yeah, I think most people can identify with you.
That was awesome.
You got your school clothes.
Right. I mean, we laid it out on the bed or on a counter or on a dresser, shoes on the floor, nice and clean. And you woke up like every other hour, like looking to make sure you didn't oversleep. And then looking at the outfit like, man, I'm going to kill him tomorrow.
I'm going to kill him tomorrow.
I'm going to kill him tomorrow.
The only other night comparable to the night before school was Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. Yeah. Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
No question. I'm going to kill him. Hey, man.
Matter of fact, Christmas Eve comes in first. That probably comes in second as far as nights you couldn't sleep.
I agree.
With anticipation.
So, name the outfit that you had laid out that was one of your fondest memories before we move on with today's show, because I gotta talk to y'all before we do the last 48.
One of them years, man, I'm sure I had the green suede Adidas with the fat laces.
I remember.
I look just like Run DMC. So I had the green suede Adidas with the fat laces, a pair of green Lees, and I think I just had like a white La Tigra shirt.
Right.
A white La Tigra shirt, and I had a green Kango.
Oh God, not the Kango.
Yeah, the Kango, shorty. Yes, sir.
The Master Suede Adidas.
Yes. The great bruh man not bruh man, hustle man. Yes.
I had
Kango.
I had the burgundy suede Pumas, burgundy pair of pinstripe Lees, and a black T-shirt. But I had the burgundy and gray windbreaker, Puma windbreaker also. And you know it's hot that first day of school.
I was about to say it's August.
No, it don't matter. I had to wear it. I had it at least from the minute we got off the bus until the first bell rang. And then I took it off and tied it around my waist with the burgundy Kango, sir. Yeah. I was fresh to death. Fresh to death.
Yeah. And you really took your time on your brand new sneakers the first day, because they had to last a whole year at least.
You had to walk in a way where you didn't bend your foot, so you didn't put creases in the new sneakers. So everybody's walking around like this,
like ducks.
Keep their feet flat.
You did not want no damn creases in your new sneakers.
Two Live Stews Experience, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, your host. Thank y'all for being here, man. We're gonna get the chatters here shortly. We'll start with the super chats because we do appreciate y'all. But before we get into the last 48, sir, Morgan made the school softball team, middle school softball team. And she's
Congrats.
in the 5th grade. Thank you, man. Thank you. She's in the 5th grade. So
what? Wait a minute. Wait. She made the middle school softball team.
Yes.
Middle school is 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, right?
Correct.
And she's in the 5th grade?
Correct. Yes. So,
my niecey,
as great as this is, it has presented a problem for me and my household.
What? What's wrong?
She will be traveling with the middle school team on road games.
Okay.
And
that's kind of what happens when you make a team.
Right. Okay. But she's an elementary school child traveling with the middle school team. So I've presented to my wife to talk to the coach about Morgan being able to ride with me, and I'll follow the bus to the games.
That's understandable.
Okay. All right, good.
Because middle school kids,
they can be ruthless.
Middle school kids they cuss a lot.
They can be ruthless. They can be back there smoking joints.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's part B.
I remember the eighth graders was smoking much woolies in the morning before class, started behind the trailers.
They weren't smoking woos. It was probably just weed.
They were just weed? Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Do you know what a woo is?
A woo, and listening to the great Wu-Tang, a woo is weed mixed laced with like powder. Cocaine.
Yeah. So no, our kids weren't doing that in the 8th grade. Okay, here's the part B before we get into the last 40 years.
I think the kids at Berkeley Middle were doing the woos.
Not only
in the 8th grade.
I can tell as an administrator at the school that my wife doesn't want to talk to the coach about me driving my daughter to and from those road games. But my wife is suggesting that we get her a phone. The boys did receive their phones.
Why would she get a phone if you're taking it to the game? You're going to be there at the game.
Well, again, that's why my wife wants her to have a phone so she can ride the team bus with the team. And she's like, if she's got a phone, she can call up if there's a problem. We can contact her.
Oh, wait, stop.
I didn't want her to get a phone until like the 8th grade because the boys got their phones early and they're big time gamers now. Their heads are always in the phone. I was wanting to keep Morgan away from that.
Wait. So back up a little bit. I missed part of the story, as I do sometimes. So JP wants her to ride on the bus with these grown ass kids about to knock off from their 9 to 5.
Right. For these kids that's almost in high school, yes.
Oh, I thought she would have agreed with you on that, on your stance.
She's not opposed to it, but I don't think she wants to ask the coach. I think she would
What
rather.
does Morgan
not
want to
ask the
do?
coach.
Morgan wants to ride the bus like the big kids.
Morgan doesn't even understand this part of it yet. She's very ecstatic about making the team.
Oh, so she doesn't even know that.
She doesn't even know that.
Nah,
Not yet.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I would go with you, man. I go with you.
Okay.
Tree's giving a thumbs up too. We go with you too. This is one thing I actually agree with you on.
I don't agree with you on nothing.
Right.
But this is
Tree,
yes.
what about the cell phone thing, Tree? Is it time for you to
No,
get a cell phone?
stand your ground.
gotta
Stand your
fight that.
ground.
Hey, man.
I'm
Gotta fight
sorry.
It's a chance, knock on wood. It's a chance that on the back seat of that bus, an 8th grader getting some 8th grader newtsy. Just from my experiences.
This
on
is
the
what's
back of the
going
bus.
on the back of the bus.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
it's Newtsy getting in the 7th and 8th graders.
Yeah. Well, we
Based on my experience,
the JV. I was on the JV team in the 8th grade, man, and yes, my first time experiencing what Tree was talking about was on the bus when the boys and the girls team rode together, the junior varsity team. So yeah, I don't want my daughter on that bus, man.
yeah,
We gotta work through this.
I don't think so.
All right.
I don't think so, man.
Loose next side. Tree was spot on.
Right? Yeah, man.
Congratulations, Rhino Morgan, with the varsity equivalent in middle school. Yeah, she's a player, man.
What's JP's reason? JP is your wife. For new people watching the show, what's her thought process on letting her ride with the older kids?
I don't know. I don't want to dig too deep into putting my family business out there, man. But I did want to get to guys' thoughts, and I appreciate. I thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for being honest. I'll move forward accordingly. Well,
I would imagine JP's. She's a doctor, right? She's got a doctorate, right? Or she got a master's.
She's a dissertation away from her doctorate. She's got MBA. She's got master's. She's got everything.
So I would imagine
leadership degree from Columbia. She's got all that stuff.
Right. So I would imagine in her scholastic lifetime, she's probably taking courses because she's in the school system. She's probably taking courses on.
She's a young person aficionado. She knows she's an expert.
Right. Child psychology. I'm sure she's
yeah.
taking many courses in the field of child psychology. And so if she wants her to ride the bus with these old ass kids just knocking off from the factory, about to get a little piece on the back seat of the bus, there's a reason for it.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a fight. I'm going to keep fighting a little bit harder.
Oh, you better fight this.
And I
fight this. I don't want my DC on the bus with kids smoking woolies, just knocking off from work from the steel factory.
Not woolies, man. I trust the coach. I trust the school. But yeah, she is a 5th grader, man.
Yeah, nah, I don't want them. I don't want my niece on the bus with
JY3162 says let Morgan play home games early. No, I don't think.
Only.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I said. Only. I don't think.
That's
I don't
extreme.
think. I don't think we could do that.
No, but you already got a solution to it. You're taking her.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to.
Yeah. No, hell no. Don't put my.
And it's only like 4 home games and 4 away games. But one of the away games is like an hour and a half away, man. She can't be on that bus for an hour and a half with them kids, man.
Nah, man. Shit. 8th grade, we sneaking on Playboy magazines on the bus.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to think of all of the darn mischievous things was going on the bus in the 8th grade. JV. For us, it was JV.
Reggie One Mitchell says, y'all nasty AF. You know what that means.
See, we didn't have a middle school league. We had JV and varsity.
Right.
We had little league sports.
No,
but everybody got brought to the field or to the court by their parents.
There's like B teams now, and they pretty much start in middle school.
Yeah, so this is a new experience. So yeah, nah.
Okay.
All right, let's roll out these last 48. The biggest memes in the 2 Live Stews Facebook chat group. By the way, if you're new to the show, if you're stumbling upon the show on Facebook, we have a group with like 40,000 people on it. Maybe only 500 get to see the post because that's what Facebook do. But it's great. A lot of conversation starters and trending stuff going on in the group.
I need to bring something to revisit the last conversation real quick. Dr. C. Bucks, if boys and girls on the same bus, hell to the nah. But if just girls, let her be a part of the team.
Oh yeah,
bonding with the teammates. There are no boys on the bus.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I'm thinking it's boys and girls.
It would be an all-girls bus.
Okay, and what does that mean? Because I'm just going to be honest with you. Somebody tried me, a girl, when I was younger. I'm not a fear.
You're not projecting. Yeah,
so
you're
please
not right.
Don't think that. I'm just saying we are jaded and ONing right now if we think that it's okay because it's all girls. There's more than just sexual things. There's just the whole energy of these girls is.
I agree.
It's just something.
Thank you,
I wish you well.
It's tough. It's tough.
I understand what Tree is saying, but I am a lot more comfortable knowing now that it's just girls. I didn't realize that. I thought it was boys and girls. They were traveling together.
No boys will be on the bus. It's a girls team.
Okay, that's a little bit more easier to swallow.
Okay, thank you. All right, man. Last 48. Please continue.
All right, last 48. Rest in peace to the great Dave Parker, 1951 to 2025. You're a little bit younger than me, but I believe it was the 79 Pirates. I should have looked this up before the damn show started. But they were the blackest team maybe in baseball history. I believe when they won the World Series and St. Louis Ron, go ahead.
Was Roberto Clemente on this team, Doug?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
So we're talking Willie Stargell, Dave Parker, the Cobra. I believe every position player was black on this team. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I believe that's the case. They had the whole "We Are Family" theme. The Sister Sledge, the girls group, the women's group. That was their anthem per se. And they smoked cigarettes back that time. You could smoke cigarettes. Okay. Back during that time, you could smoke cigarettes in the dugout, and Dave Park used to smoke cigarettes. They were smoking during the game, man.
They
were smoking woolies throughout the game. They were smoking woolies.
Well, you know what? What's the difference in smoking a cigarette during the game or chewing tobacco during the game? Isn't that the same thing?
No, it's not the same thing.
Okay. All right.
You stop seeing people smoke cigarettes in the dugouts in baseball. I'm guessing the late 70s.
Okay.
They still do tobacco now.
Yeah. No question.
Yeah.
No question. Rest in peace, Dave Parker.
Rest in peace to the Cobra. The Cobra, Dave Parker. Just a cool dude too.
Yeah.
He was that dude. I think he used to wear an earring back when
and he had a workout body when guys really wasn't working out like that back then.
Yeah. So rest in peace to the Cobra, Dave Parker.
Ooh.
So I meant to bring this on last week when it actually happens, probably like a week, maybe even a little bit more than a week. All right, this is from Atlanta Bird Gang in Atlanta. It says Arthur Blank testified in the NFLPA's anti-collusion grievance and had to explain why his Atlanta Falcons were not interested in Lamar Jackson and instead hitched their wagon to Desmond Ridder, who's gone now, right? He's not even on the team anymore, right?
I think he's still in the league, but he's not with the Falcons. No.
Right, he's not with the Falcons. Shouts out to D. Orlando Ledbetter. Shouts out to the Qs. Writer for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. He says Arthur Blank testified in NFL's PA anti-collusion grievance. Lamar Jackson's injuries and cap flexibility were cited as reasons why the team didn't pursue him. The reason why I brought this up, because do you remember when Lamar Jackson was quote unquote on the market a couple days? We weren't settled in a quarterback yet. And I'm like, why wouldn't the Falcons You
Give
know,
up a first-round pick. Give up your first-round pick for Lamar.
why wouldn't they do it?
Yeah.
The only reason I could come up with is because they all got together and said, we're not going to make a play. We're not going to make a bid on this guy.
Yeah.
Because his salary would be so much and all the different reasons why they would collude.
Yeah. No,
and
they
it's
were
coming
colluding.
out now. It's
But think
coming
about it.
out now, sir.
Think about it. The Baltimore Ravens did not have protection over their most valued asset. He was free to go wherever he wanted and got no takers.
Listen to this, man. The Arthur Blank and Falcons apologists would say to you that Baltimore wasn't going to let him leave. You don't know that.
You don't know that.
You don't know whether there's some type of internal strife in the locker room. Maybe he's mad at somebody and he said he wouldn't want to. You don't know. The fact that the Falcons in that position didn't make an offer says to me that they were colluding.
This is important to make sure we bring and make public knowledge of. Had another team, say the Green Bay Packers, started negotiating with Lamar, the Ravens would have had first right of refusal to match any deal.
True.
Okay. Make sure
Now,
that's known.
The other
That's
part,
important.
the other part of that is this. Out of 31 teams, nobody put a bid on a guy that was a two-time MVP at the time.
Right.
Why would you not want a two-time MVP to be your quarterback? Why would you not? If I was a player on any team that needed a quarterback, I would feel like we're not trying to win. If you don't put a bid on a guy that was a two-time MVP, the most exciting player in the league, that tells me you're not the business of winning. You're in the business of playing games.
If you don't throw a flyer out to see the possibilities to get that guy, you ain't trying to win. You ain't trying to win.
That's all we were saying. And it's come out. The NFL believes the NFL Players Association. That's another big distinction. We're not talking about the league. We're talking about the Players Association. They know it was bullshit that nobody put a bid on this guy. The Players Association knew it was bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
They all the owners got on a conference call or a damn Zoom or whatever, and it says, listen,
or damn Zoom or whatever.
Please don't put a bid on this ninja. I mean, it's just gonna cause so many problems. It'll raise the cap on how much quarterbacks make and this, that, and the other.
And in the situation that the Falcons were in, it would have been perfect for them to solicit the services of one Lamar Jackson.
But oh no, we gave $100 million. So you don't put a bid on Lamar Jackson, but you give $100 million to the often injured Kirk Cousins.
He was hurt at the time. He was hurt when they gave him the $100 million.
See, this is why people need to listen to this show.
He was rehabbing an Achilles when they gave him the $100 million.
Oh man. Oh well, Baltimore was never going to let him leave. Nigga, are you a darn genie?
And maybe Lamar don't want to be there. Maybe Lamar's like, I will take another offer because they not giving me my money. They hadn't shown the propensity to want me right now. So maybe he would have been willing to go someplace else.
But 95% of the other sports talk shows or guy talk shows in America was on that bandwagon.
Yep.
And then those other shows also, they kind of intimate that he's not worth it. The NFL Players Association say, man, stop it. Stop this bullshit. Y'all needed a quarterback more than anybody else. Why didn't y'all even put a bid on him?
Crazy,
man.
Lamar's allegedly renegotiating his deal now, where he will hands down be the highest paid player to ever be in the National Football League. Deservedly so.
I hated it for true Atlanta Falcons fans because, once again, it just showed to me that Arthur Blank was and the organization was colluding. They were playing these little games.
Everybody was in on it, sir.
Everybody was in on it. There's no way everybody couldn't have been on it. There's no way everybody, all the owners, all the front offices, there was no way that everybody wasn't on it because not one out of 31 teams put a bid on that man.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. Next tree. Next one tree.
I've heard this before, man.
So these are two Georgia kids.
I'm gonna be able to explain it perfectly to you also. But go ahead.
So I will never get over this fact from football's greatest moments. In 2003, Rams head coach Sean McVay won Georgia High School Player of the Year over Calvin Johnson. And listen, don't make it seem like Calvin Johnson was a late bloomer or something like that.
No,
he was
not.
dominating in high school. He was dominating his first day on the yard at Georgia Tech.
Yes.
Tell me how this happens. You said you wanted to break it down.
It's simple, man. You got 5'8" Sean McVay versus 6'6" Calvin Johnson. Calvin's got records that will never ever be broken. And so the only reason why Sean McVay was the best player in Georgia is because he's got the complexion for the protection.
Simple as that. Simple as that.
That's it. That's it, man.
And you know what? I wish we could find his stats, and we probably could find his high school stats.
You most definitely can find his high school stats. As a matter of fact, I'll pull them up real quick. I'll pull them up while we keep moving on. But yeah, the only way that this guy, Sean McVay, is a better athlete than that guy, Megatron, is because he's got the complexion for the protection.
Well, what about this? Maybe he dominated in 1A or 2A.
Well, I'll let you know.
Maybe he dominated in some private school and, you know, he was a great athlete, but he was playing against private school kids. I don't know. But yeah, this is just an amazing, it's pretty much a stat. This is an amazing stat that Sean McVay, who once again may have been a good football player, but I promise you this, he wasn't better than no damn Megatron.
4-year starter at both quarterback and defensive back. First player in school history to rush for 1,000 yards and pass for 1,000 yards. Career totals approximately 2,600 yards rushing, 40 rushing touchdowns.
Hey, career 2,600 yards rushing, not
career
in 1
totals.
year.
Career totals.
You got to have 26. You got to have 2,600 yards in 1 year.
I'll get to Calvin stats
for me to be excited.
2,600 rushing yards and 40 rushing touchdowns, 2,500 passing yards and 18 passing touchdowns. Senior year led Marist to a 14-1 record where they were state champions, earning title of Georgia 4A Offensive Player of the Year over future star Calvin Johnson. All right, junior and senior single season stats, 1,000. Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, that's Sean McVay's. I'll get you Calvin's now. Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, but there's no way somebody could say Sean McVay is a better football player than Calvin Johnson. And maybe it was all stat driven, not appearance driven, or you know, just from you know, a glance. I don't know.
Okay, high school receiving stats. According to Wikipedia, Johnson was 3-year starter at wide receiver. Sophomore year, 34 receptions, 646 yards, 10 touchdowns. Junior year, 40 receptions, 736 yards, 8 touchdowns. A Reddit thread summarizes his full school output at Megatron versus his high school career. 23-plus receiving yards and 29 touchdowns. 2,300 receiving yards.
2,300, okay.
And 29 touchdowns.
And that was for his career?
As a senior, 34 receptions, 960 yards. Okay, man.
So you know what this tells me? Now that I hear those stats?
McVay had much better numbers.
Well, not only that, it sounds like whatever they were doing, and we can verify this with somebody from Georgia. Hell, we in Georgia. And I'm sure there's somebody that watched Calvin Johnson High School can verify this. It sounds like he played on a run-heavy offense, like a run and shoot, not a run and shoot, a like wishbone or something.
Right. Well.
Or a veer.
Like
they didn't pass the ball.
I should have done this last night, but McVay has better numbers because all Calvin was a receiver. McVay being the quarterback that was clearly a running quarterback that could throw has better numbers because he shows more on the stat line. He's got passing yards and rushing yards. Calvin has no rushing yards, just receiving yards.
Right. It sounds like whatever offense Calvin played in high school, it was a run-heavy offense, like a veer, a wishbone, or something like that. And they didn't throw the ball to him a lot because he don't even have a lot of receptions based on what you just read.
It's hard to beat a quarterback when it comes to awards like that because the quarterback touches the ball every offensive snap. Calvin didn't touch the ball every snap.
Okay, listen to this. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. And you're watching the 2 Live Shoes experience. Sandy Creek ran the option when Calvin Johnson was there. That's it. There it is. If I'm the coach of Calvin Johnson on a team with Calvin Johnson, he a senior, I'm throwing it every down.
He's getting 20 catches a game.
I'm throwing it up to him every single day.
He's
You want
getting
to have 3 dudes on him if I'm the head coach.
He's getting 20 catches a game.
Wow, that's dope. All right, next one, Tree.
Congratulations, McVay. It sounds like you deserve that award. Congratulations.
Sounds like he was a baller. But I know one thing, he ain't better than no football. He ain't no better football player than Calvin Johnson. I don't care who was watching.
This is a great list, sir. Sir, very few times do we put up a list of greats with 10 and you get it all right. I can't think of one name that I would take off this list or one name that I would add to this list. Please go ahead. Go ahead, Doug.
I want Tree to come in for this too. You're watching the 2 Last Shoes experience. Who would you take off? That's the question?
No.
Oh, we're just asking, like, how could you make the list better, or is the list perfect?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Do you agree with this list?
Great.
I don't see anyone that I would add or anyone I would take off of this list.
I know they didn't put Whitney Houston at number 5 when she should be at number 1.
But she's still on the list. She's still on the list.
No, but they have it. I think they have it in order.
Well, yeah, there's a one under Stevie. There is an order, sir.
Yeah.
There is an order. There's 1 through 10.
Whitney definitely needs to be ahead of
5?
Beyonce.
Okay,
I mean,
again, the point I was trying to make was that I can't think of anyone to add or take off of this list. Now the order we could debate. I'm sure we all got an opinion on the order.
Mm-hmm.
But who would you add or take off of this list is my question. This was a great
I
top
don't
10
need
list.
James Brown, quite frankly. I'm sorry.
He's
Augusta people.
He's the godfather of all of it.
Well, and listen, Tree, don't get confused. I don't think this list is talking about just singing skills. I think they're talking about performances.
Performing also, yeah.
all of that.
Albums, likability, the people.
Well, Mariah Carey is not a performer, but she can certainly, those 8 octaves.
She sold 100
But
million
she just
Christmas albums.
Okay, but you just said performance, so I don't really see. She
don't
just
really-
kind of
yeah.
saunters.
Yeah, she just floats around the stage.
It's damseling, is what I call it.
So you think she's not supposed to be on the list? Is that what you're trying to
No. No, she is
Okay.
supposed to be on the list, but maybe down a little. Like
she's at 8, Tree.
And also, you're a music person. Tree is a touring entertainer.
She says.
I've never said that to you. You
Aretha-
didn't even know me then. Go ahead, Aretha.
Right. Aretha Franklin over Michael Jackson?
Yeah, you're right. She needs to go down.
Y'all still,
I think so now that they have Aretha at number 2, I'm realizing they got Aretha at number 2. Maybe they are putting more weight on actual singing ability. Because there's no way Aretha's in the same hemisphere as Michael Jackson as far as a performer.
Right.
Now don't issue on Aretha like that.
But she ain't no damn Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk.
Right. So again, I think we can all have a different thought process of where these people should be. I just want to know, would y'all add someone or take someone off of this list? That's all. That's what I'm asking.
I don't need R. Kelly and I don't need James, and that was my final answer. Thank you so much.
I knew people would debate James.
You got to keep James Brown on there, the Godfather.
You gotta keep James. And look, man, I know the perv R. Kelly that we know him to be now.
Right, you got to take away the perv stuff. And
We're talking about that's not what we're talking about. Yeah,
talent.
I'm not supporting the freak in R. Kelly.
Yeah.
But when it comes to music,
Beyonce,
you got to put R. Kelly in the top 10.
Beyonce over Prince is damn right disrespectful. That's true too.
I thought this was a good list. Now the order we can debate for hours, but I thought this was a good list.
You know what? There's a lot of people that would argue Beyonce has had a better career than overall career and made a bigger impact maybe than Prince.
I think Teddy expired before we could get more music from him, and that could be one of the reasons why Teddy P is not on the list. But he too was a great vocalist.
Gladys Knight should be on there, but who you gonna take off?
Right. You want Gladys or Aretha?
If we're talking about older Prince has to be on the top 3, but them in order but he has to be in the top 3.
This is a good list, sir. This is a good list.
What's this Billboard? This is Billboard.
This is a good list. This is a very good list. We can debate the order, but this is a very good list. James Brown. We just don't like James Brown because he's from South Carolina, where we from. Hater. You a hater, Tree. She always takes these little hidden shots at us, and that trying to get James off the list was a shot at the Stews.
Yeah,
Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
James Brown is from South Cackalack. Teddy Pendergrass is from South Carolina. Eartha Kitt is from South Carolina. Joe Frazier is from Beaufort, from South Carolina. We got a lot of legendary people come from the crib, man.
We're full of it. We're full of it, sir.
Absolutely.
Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews, we're going to run through some chat.
Whoa, wait a minute. I just realized something.
What's that?
Fat Luther. They don't have Luther Vandross on there?
Oh, shoot. Good
Wait a
call,
minute.
Alvin. Miles 5311. Good call, Miles. Good job, Alvin.
They don't have Luther on there. We got to find a spot for Luther on that list.
Somebody got to go. It's Luther. I agree with that. Thank you.
When we come back, we'll have Tree put the list back up, and then we'll see who comes out. And
Wendy Williams is from South Carolina, but nobody cares.
Wendy is from South Carolina? I didn't know that.
That's what somebody in the chat said. They could be confused with Charlamagne and Wendy's relationship.
Right. Charlamagne is from South Carolina. Let's see if Wendy Williams is from South Carolina.
Hey, up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews, man. Thank y'all for being here. Really enjoying the show today. Thank y'all so much.
Nah, Wendy Williams from New Jersey.
Yeah, she's a northerner.
Asbury Park.
They got it confused with Charlamagne.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shedrick Moore.
Somebody sent me a clip. Charlamagne did an interview with the Pivot guys, but it's actually like 2 years old. I didn't realize that he had done an interview with those guys.
I haven't seen that one.
And in the very beginning, he gives us a shout out. He pays a little respect to us, man. He asked them guys, even though he won't answer our phone calls right now.
I stopped calling a couple of years ago.
He mentioned very early. They asked him like, "Who was your inspiration? Like, how did you come from this small town, and you got into and you were so interested in radio?" He's like, "Man, I really didn't know a lot of people that were in radio, but I had these homeboys, the Two Live Stews. Y'all know them, right?" They was like, "Yeah, we heard of them. Yeah, so those guys were guys I looked up to." I was like, "Man, thank you, bro. Appreciate that." Now just answer the goddamn phone.
Pat Summitt. In her last 3 years, man, she's 109-3. Is there any way that Dawn can get to 11 titles like Pat Summitt, man?
If she doesn't go to the NBA and be the first woman head coach in the NBA. Absolutely.
Whoa.
Yeah, see, I dropped something in your ass just now. I think Dawn Staley is the perfect candidate to be the first woman coach in the NBA. Simply put, because players in the NBA know her legacy. They know she was a fantastic player. And now they know she's a fantastic coach. And I think that the community, when I say the community, LeBron James even posted on his Instagram or whatever, to protect Dawn Staley at all costs. I think they would respect her, and it wouldn't be a situation where they don't respect their coach because she's a woman. I think they would respect her because she's Dawn Staley.
Shouts out to Dawn Staley. The Stews are prophets.
Prognosticators. That was April of last year.
Negro Domices.
April 10th. That's called memory. We got memories like
that's great production, Tree. You pulled that out of your ass.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how great it was, but it's a great point that you made. I don't know how great it was.
That's great production. For you to find that clip last year, April of last year. Thank you, Tree. That's great.
Well, I mean, she's a producer, so anyway.
We literally have 1,000 reels out there. She had to, search through all of the different videos and try to remember. And
but there's a system that, Anyway, no, great job, Tree. Great job.
Let's get back. Let's talk about that track we just played during the trespass. That's classic 1979, early 80s. I can hear that music always takes me back to a place. When I hear that song, I think of Billy's on Wall Street. We used to go play pool in this is a real juke joint. They had a pool table. They had pickled pig's feet. Pickle eggs on the counter, and they had a jukebox.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that song is one of the songs I vividly remember playing in the background.
No question.
Oh, classic. Rest in peace to Calvin Yarborough, passed away at the age of 72 this weekend. Yarborough and Peoples. Classic.
Are you ready to
Let's
do
do
the
it.
chat?
Let's do it. Hey, hold on. If you'd like to donate to the show, we would appreciate it. We really don't push it today. We're gonna push it on Thursday. But if you'd like to donate to the show, okay, look to the bottom of the chat to the right. You'll see a dollar symbol. Click on that, and you can donate whatever you like. $1, $5, $50, $500. We'd appreciate it. And if you're watching the replay of the show, same thing. Look to the bottom of the chat. This time you'll see a heart symbol. Click on that, and you can donate after the show, watching the replay. All right. Thank you.
From Dr. MC Bucks.
Thank you, Dr. Bucks.
This person was 6:52 a.m. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a plan and we're going to implement it now on Thursday. We will be doing pre-production inside the SME studios.
Question.
Yes. Live.
Would we be able to broadcast from Mom's house, both of us? We have to have different rooms, of course.
Yeah.
We're traveling for the holiday. Not for the holiday. We're going to South Carolina to see our mom this week. Has nothing to do with the holiday.
So
it is a holiday, though. It's 4th of
July. It's not our holiday.
Oh, okay.
Juneteenth.
Right.
I went to Tanya's house to do the show. I didn't want to because I understand all the sounds and noise and all that can happen. If you all go in a different room and close the door, it should be fine.
Okay.
Let's talk about it. Thank you, Dr. MC Bucks, for being here early in the morning.
Thank you,
From
Dr.
Loose
Bucks.
Neck Side, Viral DeMilo, aka Caitlin Clark, done got soft. She would have fought through that groin strain like a G back in the day.
It's a growing, sir. It doesn't work like that. Growing and Achilles are two of the most hampering injuries that exist.
So as a Michigander, I'm saying groin. You're saying grow in.
Yeah.
Am I saying it wrong?
Yeah, there's no G on the end.
Groin? I'm saying
tomato.
groin. I just don't want to say it wrong. That's all.
Just okay.
From Loose Neck Side, fellas, all you need to pull a woman from Detroit.
It's a pair of gators.
This is a lie.
Gators or lizards. They like lizards too.
No, I like Dayton.
Isn't a gator a lizard?
Cars back in the day.
Isn't a gator a lizard?
Gator and lizards are reptiles, but yeah, they're different.
I like lizard. Never mind. From Loose Neck Side, Gina finally got her head unstuck from the headboard.
Oh, that was classic.
Thank you, Loose Neck.
She's having a re-emergence. I mean, Dwayne, what he did and is accused of doing.
Speaking of which, we didn't even talk about how much that boy looked like his daddy.
Very much.
I mean,
very much.
He spit him out.
No question.
I don't see none of her in that boy.
His head shaped like her. She got a big old round shaped head. His is round shaped like her mama, like his mama.
From Loose Neck, always the supportive side. Tree is a recording artist. That's for you.
Well, I mean, it depends on what your definition of a recording artist is, but I'm not arguing that.
Have you ever been paid to sing?
I have.
Thousands of dollars?
I have.
Hey, Tree, I'm not here to fuss.
He can't identify with that, Tree.
I'm not here to fuss or argue about anything.
It's only me and you can identify with that comment.
Just me and you.
Shouts out to you, Shedrick Moore. Much respect, sir. Coming down to the crib this week, man. Let's have a drink on me.
Damn, sound like he headed to the beach already.
Thanks for keeping me entertained on my way to Georgetown, South Carolina. And no, I am not texting and driving, Douglas.
Good for you. Good for you, sir. Good for you, sir.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows, man.
Clearly, he's headed to Myrtle or Pawleys Island.
For the record, make sure you bring stuff
Clubs?
to the beach. We're going to the beach.
Oh yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Okay.
She sent us a text.
Are you?
Yeah.
Is Doug gonna go? Or you don't?
Yes.
He seemed like he don't like his feet to touch sand and stuff.
We're all going to the beach.
Fun. I love water.
Me too.
Jungle Brother 8923. Thank you for your donation on behalf of Ryan and his proxy.
Thank you,
Arlie Michelle. We
Thank
miss
you,
you,
Jungle
Arlie.
Brother. Thank you,
Come
Jungle.
on back home. Get famous, but come on back home.
She's been in the chat room. Thank you, Ollie. Thank you for being here, even though you're away.
Yes, rap. Wait, why won't it show? Okay. Okay, none of them are showing. This is interesting. There we go. Oh, Rappy on the beat. Welcome to the show. This channel has all the vibes. Indeed, it does.
Thank you, Rappy on the beat. We appreciate that.
Do we have a
it's a new name. That's a new name.
Do we have a new showtime for the next episode of The Truth Ain't In Us?
The Truth Ain't In Us pop-up number 2 is tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
Okay. So okay.
We're talking about BBLs. We're talking to a physician that does perform the procedure. Yeah, we're going to talk about the pros and cons, and probably to someone that's had one.
Very, very dangerous.
Or 2 or 3.
We just got a super chat. That's a great topic to discuss. I can't wait for you to read this one.
The BBLs is very, very, very dangerous. We actually both know. I don't even want to get to the story because I don't.
Well, you wouldn't be breaking the news. It's a public story, so you can talk about it.
Yeah. So we knew someone very, very closely that was a surgeon, a doctor. And
I know her too. I think we both know her. Go.
It's a him. It's a him.
Oh, it's not her. Okay.
I was gonna let her go with her. And he participated in a BBL, and the person died.
And his life hadn't been the same since.
Right. So yeah, BBLs is crazy, and they actually performed it like in one of these third world countries because you can't do them here, from what I understand.
What? People go to Miami all the time to get
I think they go to Miami to get on a flight to go to one of these islands. I'm not sure about that. But this particular person we're talking about, it was on like in Honduras or something like that.
I want your take on this text right here, sir. From Burrow 5252.
That's why I stopped watching the NBA. Choosing Dawn Staley over Sam Cassell is a crime.
Doug, your take.
Is it?
Sam, if you're talking basketball, Sam Cassell is nowhere as accomplished as Dawn Staley.
Okay.
Thank you for your donation.
Nowhere.
Thank you very much. Okay.
I listed everything: the Olympics, WNBA, player, coach. I mean, champion multiple times. I mean,
okay, we agree.
I
love Sam. I love Sam, and Sam should have an opportunity. It's mind-blowing that he has not had an opportunity to this point. But if I had to choose one or the other, Sam or Dawn, I think my scale is going to tip towards Dawn.
Well, now you can make an argument that I'm wrong about the whole thing about her being accepted in the locker room by the players, and think that we're not at that point yet where a female can come in and coach men. If that's how you feel, that's one thing. But to say that she's not more accomplished than Sam Cassell is crazy. Sam Cassell wasn't even an all-star, was he?
I don't think so. He was a really good basketball player.
Very good basketball player.
Very good basketball player. We're not inching on Sam Cassell. Just the body of work that they both carry. One outweighs the other, and that scale tips towards Dawn Staley.
Yeah.
King Lindo TV, thank you for being here. This looks like a new viewer. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
when
King.
the check spot problems come, he's referring to the new law in Georgia where we can take our margarita from Mama's down to the house.
You sure he's not talking about the puffy talk about the women that he was taking care of with the money?
I thought this was regarding the
new laws from Georgia.
Because this is 7:50 a.m. Yeah, I thought it was regarding being able to take your drinks out.
Okay.
Oh, okay, true.
But they've been doing that. I mean, that's what. Well, never mind. From Loose Next Side, Doug is watching The Wire, thinking it'll be a different outcome this time. Leave him alone. He don't have no plans.
No, because it's just so great, and every time I watch it, they have so many storylines that every time I watch it, I see something or I realize what they were trying to get across.
Something different.
Something different every time. Yeah.
I wanted to get to this because Carrie Portis shared in the group that he has a child with autism. He understands why Tisha had on the boxing gloves. Could you please tell us?
It has something to do with the kid being autistic.
It's a fight. It's a fight against autism, maybe.
Carrie, please help us. We appreciate you sharing with us. This is the space. We're all family.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
very
so
interested
glad
to know what you're talking about.
Loose Neck says he went to the Wings Fever game Friday night, and Caitlin Clark was using a groin strain to duck that smoke. From Paige.
Paige Beckers is killing him.
She's injured. I love Paige Beckers, but she's injured, man. She's got the groin is a serious injury, man.
And again,
ultimately, what got me out of the league.
And again, not one person has come out against Paige Beckers that's black.
Nope.
Go ahead,
Old school man wants to know how Doug even procreated. I often wonder too.
He seems to really be uneducated on the female anatomy and green when it comes to fetishes.
Yeah.
Very green on fetishes.
I think that's an act. Arlie and I believe that.
I'm not tossing nobody's salad. And trust me, I know where all the parts of the woman's body that I need to know.
Well,
I got a quick joke for you, Doug. How far is the Nusi from the Dookie shoot? About this far right here. Be very careful.
You never accidentally. And then she says, no.
Be very careful.
That was nasty, man.
Especially if you're going that way.
That's
it could
nasty.
happen.
But it's literally this far away, man. So just be careful.
Yeah, I'm gonna be careful. Goddamn right.
If you were white, you turn red, huh? That is an act.
Who, me?
You're a freak in the bed. From Carrie Portis. I was in Detroit a couple of weeks ago. Maya is right. There's nothing to do there.
Well, now it's different now.
I
Greektown, the
think there
casinos.
is. Heck
Yeah, there's a few more things to do than when I was there a couple of decades ago. And as a matter of
So
fact,
wait a minute. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah,
no, go ahead. Say what you were gonna say. Say what you were
As a
gonna say.
matter
You're
of
watching
fact,
the 2 Live News experience.
I just signed my paperwork with the Lions for my trip back to Detroit this year, where I'm taking the wife for a date weekend for our alumni weekend in Detroit. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
When is that?
I think the game is in late September.
Oh, good. Please get lots of footage, Ryan. Please.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Don't make me have to come follow you.
I will.
From
But
St.
go ahead,
Louis, Ron. This is a
Shouts out
lie.
St. Louis. Shouts out St.
Women
Louis.
from the D either have a gun or a knife or.
No, that is not a lie. That's true. Yeah.
Or a razor blade.
Y'all was still carrying razor blade in your teeth when I was in Detroit.
Not on your teeth.
Every chick I know from the D has a weapon in her purse. Knife or gun.
Not anymore.
You remember what movie was that Tupac was in? His character was called Birdie. Was it Above the Rim? And he always had the razor blade in his mouth. Yeah, back in the 70s and 80s, for some reason, people from up north used to keep a razor blade in their mouth in case they had to slice somebody, and they also kept one of them damn mouthwash sticks in their mouth too. You know what I'm talking about, the mouthwash sticks tree. That's supposed
No
to
one. I don't know anyone.
Birdie,
that does.
he was Birdie and Above the Rim, Doug.
Birdie and Above the Rim. Okay.
Ooh, remember those soundtracks used to be bust down back in the day.
Fire.
From the top to the bottom. We need.
Do they still do they still do soundtracks?
They score movies, but they don't push them like they did. I mean, New Jack City, Boomerang, Above the Rim.
Yeah.
Boys
All
in the
of them.
Hood.
Right.
All of them.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a big thing back in the day. It's probably got something to do with streaming. It's got something to do with streaming.
From King Lindo TV, Angel Reese go up against MVP caliber players every night and putting up those types of numbers.
Shouts out Angel Reese. She balling.
Yeah.
Shouts
Everybody sees right through you and your supposed love for Angel Reese. Everybody knows you don't like her.
Craig Pryor, hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Maybe it's a Houston thing, but you can buy a margarita at a Mexican restaurant like buying a Coke in a styrofoam.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
They don't care.
Was
the Mexican restaurants were sending out drinks before this law changed. Yeah. You pay for it, you can take it if you pay for it there.
Tracy said Doug about to be parked outside the restaurant.
Checking for cups. I do see a problem with this new law though.
Why would they put it?
Where I might have to jump into action a little bit more than I have in the recent past.
But people are literally flying into the city often to enjoy and hang out for the weekend in areas like downtown, midtown, Buckhead. They rent those hotel rooms where they bar hop and go to restaurants in walking distance. So this law is not trying to say take your drink in the car. It's saying if you buy one of these $16 margaritas and you don't finish it, put that bitch in a cup and take it with you.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Down the street, I walk down to the Lee and White all the time, and you can leave the restaurant. They claim as long as you stay right in this little
they don't
perimeter,
care.
they're not checking.
You paying big money for those drinks.
Right,
yeah, you paying big money for those drinks.
He gonna be like, "What's the address?" From Loose Neck, Doug gonna be telling folks, "Take your drink in the car, then make the call to his boys."
La da dee 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 hocus pocus.
Oh, you kind of sound good that time. See, when you stay in your range and not in your nose.
La da 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 dee 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 abracadabra.
You don't have to keep doing it. From old school, man. If you from the D, you know. I mean, these comments. I hope Maya comes back.
Right, I'm shocked.
Because I'm used to this shit, but
she had fun. She'll be back.
You did not. I can't believe you never seen Pimp Up Hoes Down. That's something else I watch whenever it's on TV, or I can find it on Tubi or something like that. Classic.
I don't chase behind pimp movies.
The greatest. This is what we can do too one day for a top 5. The greatest pimp names ever. The greatest pimp name ever is Mr. White Folks.
A pimp named Slickback.
No, that's not even real. Mr. White Folks.
No, that's not even real.
Mr. White Folks. You don't remember Mr. White Folks from Pimps Up Hoes Down?
I do remember Mr. White Folks.
Classic.
I don't watch movies like that. Let's see, where are we? Doug missed school the day they went over context clues.
Yeah. Doug missed school the day we went over context clues. What does he mean by that? What's he referring to?
That you're not the sharpest pencil in the box.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's talking about the crash out thing, maybe.
He's talking about that short bus you used to ride.
It's really concerning sometimes. From Slick NR2, welcome. Balloons released at Georgia Tech or UGA football games. What happens there? Talking about that new law.
It's against the law now. Can't do it no more. And I always thought about, all these balloons that get released because sometimes there's hundreds of them. Where do they ultimately end up? Deflated in water or in some trees? It's not good.
Yeah, I can see like
we're creating trash.
I can see like a wild duck eating a damn
discarded
balloon and choking to death.
Right.
Environmental.
Doug, those jumpy houses, that was kind of right under your window. When I saw it on ATL Scoop, I said, I know this ninja didn't miss this. It was like I think so. At Atlantic Station, they have this big water slide thing installation, and I think it came that way. So you would have been able to look across and see it.
Okay, I'm glad. That's a good rule.
Scary.
That's a good new law, though.
Doug, thank you for your donation, Iggy Mont 05. Doug, as a fellow Lakers fan, ain't it time to send LeBron packing? Now he's threatening Lakers to build a winner now. Send him and Bronny packing.
No, he's still averaging 25, 7, and 7, and he's you're not gonna go nowhere with LeBron. Ooh, Melvin, you're not gonna go nowhere with LeBron and not get a ticket. Yeah, he's still a box office seller.
I'm kind of with you, man. I'm tired of the LeBron stuff. We need to move on at some point. We need to move on. My man, Melvin Eccles.
Melvin the Giver.
447-706-949. Bay 11 Towing. Go ahead, Tree. Read that thing.
It's been a great damn near 7 months of 2025. Let's keep it going. Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Stranded on the side of the road, anywhere near the metro Atlanta area, it could be stressful or dangerous. Holla at our folk, Melvin Eccles. Birthday coming up on the 11th. Bay 11 Towing, speaking of 11, 404-770-6949. Serving the Metro Atlanta area with class and style.
Yeah. Give my man Melvin Eccles a call, man.
Melvin guarantees 2 things. 1, he's going to be on time and prompt. He'll get to you quick. And 2, he's got competitive pricing. 404-770-6949. Thank you, Melvin.
And a good heart.
Dude. You're a blessing, dude.
He's a good man.
I hope you make that cruise, Melvin. Come Super Bowl cruise with the Stews.
Come on. Come hang out. Let somebody else do it.
I'm buying the
From
drink
D.
package on
Nichols.
the cruise for real.
31. Tisha had been a big advocate for autism. She helped Holly Pete with her son.
Dope. There's more to the story. I didn't know that.
Adrian's reminding us that Rain Man, yes.
That's right.
Rain Man. Gotta
He
watch
was autistic.
Wapner. Gotta
Yeah.
watch Wapner. Wheel of Fortune. I used to love to watch movies. I don't have time for TV anymore. Julia said, did Beyonce say her child has autism? Because I know Toni Braxton and Holly Robinson have kids with autism. Beyonce has not confirmed
They have not said that.
that.
They have not confirmed it.
I believe, as many do, that perhaps it's that or Asperger's.
Quick question. Didn't, prior to Beyonce having that child, was she using fertility stuff to get pregnant? Or did she have a surrogate?
That was allegations.
Yeah, that was allegations because no one's ever really saw her with a
Big belly.
A big belly.
Okay.
I think we already called Ryan out for this shenanigan. Thank you, Mr. Ham.
No, y'all misunderstood me. I wasn't saying that was my artwork. I did not paint that art.
Sure. We misunderstood you.
But I created that graphic, putting my words on it, my top 5 list on top of that art. That's not my art, but that's my graphic that I created.
Doug getting beat by Ryan and the stairs in his building is crazy work. They didn't fix this elevator yet.
No, they fixed it. Doug is getting beat by Ryan and the stairs in his building is crazy.
Y'all vote for my top 5, please. Thank you. It's a better list.
No, it's not.
I am going to figure out how we can do live voting because they were coming in hot with Ryan as their candidate.
I'm not interested in live voting.
Oh, you're afraid a little bit.
Yeah, no. You guys will find some way to dupe that. I'm not. No, we're good the way we're doing it right now.
Okay, Ryan.
No more shiggity.
Okay. From Fly Taiwan. Folks might not dig him now, but Kanye is the college dropout.
There's a couple of albums that while researching, you keep seeing that that's Kanye's work. I wasn't giving Kanye no love, but thank you, cuz. Thank you, Fly Tie. He's respected in the game, but yeah, he's a sucker.
From Raider Kev, Ryan, I hate to say this, bro. Every time you get this must support in the chat room doing the show, somehow you lose when voting starts.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Thank you.
So I was thinking about that, and I was like, all these people that are saying Ryan, if this ninja don't win on Facebook,
no, y'all support me by voting. But again, ever since people saw you change Doug's graphic live in the show, they're not supporting y'all no more.
Okay.
I've been saying how y'all cheat, and y'all showed them firsthand when you pulled that maneuver, and now the hat is out the bag.
Jungle Brother.
The hat is out the bag.
Ryan letting Doug go first, so Tree can't edit his list.
Thank you, Jungle Brother. That's exactly right.
Jungle Brother's a goddamn conspiracy theorist.
And after Doug's list has been up on the screen, that's when I load my list in, so she can't edit my list because I know my list, and she can't edit Doug's because y'all are currently looking at it when I load mine. I got him.
Are familiar with my work, you'll never see him on one side, him on the other. This is the proper fitting.
Right.
Well, I think that graphic sucks and mine looks good.
Respect your hustle, Tree.
Yeah.
Just ignore other people that don't.
Mine looks good.
I wonder what's happening with all the names, y'all. Look at this. Everyone's got a number after their name, but okay, this is Rel. I know it's Rel. YouTube, see? Oh, he's answering it. Didn't y'all notice that everyone's name had numbers?
I did notice the names were off today. I did notice that.
It's not everyone. It's a lot.
A lot of them though.
Rel, thank you so much.
Thank you, Rel.
Ryan
at Prime Ties to Go. One of my favorite ties has been sent to me from Philadelphia, the Illadelph from Rel.
Prime Ties 2, the number 2, go. Prime Ties 2,
go.
From the great Arlie Michelle, she said her friend Melissa held off on her daughter's cell phone until her daughter was in 9th grade. And even then, stipulations were put in place. You have to hold off on the phone as long as you can, for real.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
but wifey's point is, if she's going to be on a bus without us, she needs to be able to communicate with us.
No, but you already said you're going to take her.
Well, but I don't know if that's going to be allowed. I'm wanting to take her.
You think that the coaches, administrators, or whatever would say she has to ride the bus?
It's the team. This is a team sport.
Well, wait a minute. JP's the principal. So she's saying that she has to ride the bus.
Look, man, again, I'm trying to figure it all out, you know.
Yeah, we support you.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Support you. Loose next side. Tree is from Detroit. She don't believe shit unless General Motors or Motown did it.
Right.
This isn't true. I'm awake though. You can't just sell me anything.
She woke.
CVW05 believes I was projecting my trauma. I really was not. I'm just saying that in 2025, we cannot just think because it's a bus full of females, that there isn't the potential for anything. It doesn't have to be humping.
Right.
Okay, get off me. Thanks for being here, though. I never seen your name before. Thanks for coming. From St. Louis, Ron, put her in the Rosa Parks seat, right behind the driver.
Exactly.
That's a thought.
Yeah. Put her on the front of the bus.
From Loose Neck, Lamar Jackson would love ATL.
Why was it universal? All of the debauchery went on in the back of the bus.
Baby.
Further away from the adults, sir.
Right. Further away from the damn authority. The bus driver.
Adults. Right.
All types of debauchery was going on in them last couple of seats on our bus. In middle school and high school.
It went on all through high school, too. This is an honest space.
Was you on the bus that morning, man? That afternoon when our cousin Terrence I can't remember who it was right now, but he put him in the sleeper, man, and we thought the guy was dead.
Yeah. And he held somebody
were
down.
Y'all being quiet about it?
He held somebody down and farted on their face.
No, it was fun. It was funny. We thought it was funny, but the guy really lost consciousness. And it's a long story.
How did you hold that down? Wait,
rest in peace to our cousin Terrence Holman.
They revived him, but
who did?
Somebody on the bus, like the bus driver, pulled to the side and ran back there.
They would have put him in jail in 2025 for that, for attempted murder, a black man.
No question.
Rest in peace to Terrence Holman. Everybody from Moco watching knows exactly what we're talking about. This guy was wild.
Fly Tie brought a great thing to the table. Be a chaperone on the team bus. That's a great idea.
There you go. Great idea. That solves everybody's problem.
That's a great idea.
Yes, that's it.
I can make time for that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's no different. It's just you ride the bus.
Good job, cuz. Thank you.
That's perfect. Why didn't you think of that?
So, 3P. Hi. I don't know why I thought of you.
Look at his name. 3Ps.
I think because I was so excited that you came on The Truth Ain't In Us, which will be back tomorrow night for the pop-up.
If Tree keep taking shots at a brother, more changes gonna happen in this bitch.
Is he a... Okay.
That's not funny, man.
There's nothing I can say except I apologize.
Whatever you do, don't ever call another one of my friends a retard. Don't do that.
Say the word again. I'm sorry, 3P. You came into my spirit when we were discussing some things, right. And you do have a condition.
You came into Tree's thought process with Down syndrome.
Okay. Last one, Tree Taylor.
Not Down syndrome, it's autism.
Tree Taylor can vouch for Doug's knowledge of the female anatomy. No, that I cannot. See y'all on Thursday. Great show, twins. Y'all did good. Oh, thank you, Maya, for being here. Arlie, we miss you.
So make sure and tune in Thursday. It's offering time Thursday on Throwback Thursday. It's offering time.
Hey, the next time Tree comes over, man, remember, it ain't but that far away. Be careful.
Put back up the flyer tree. The truth ain't in us.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow
8
night.
p.m.
8 p.m. Tanya Wilder.
Satara Vaughn.
Satara Vaughn, Phyllis Kimber, and Teresa Johnson.
We're talking BBLs, darling.
What is it called when you have too many aliens? What is it called when you have too many aliens?
I don't know.
Extraterrestrials.
Extraterrestrials. I should have got that. Come on, man. Let's get out of here. I'm way late.
Oh, we still have a meeting today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'm late for actual doing some real work.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room, man. Thank y'all so very much. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all, man, for real. All the super chatters, nothing but love for y'all.
Nothing but love for y'all.
Big. Y'all do it big.
And make sure y'all here Thursday for offering time.
Shouts out to guest entertainment reporter Maya. Appreciate you, Maya. Y'all can follow her on social media.
Big ups.
@love_ and love is spelled LUV _ Maya MYIEBBEE. Shout out to you, Maya.
Thank you, Demetria. She said great show.
See
Gary Portis, 9360. Thank you.
See you
did
on
he
Thursday,
did he
Maya.
respond to Tree's request? He never responded.
Not yet. She's looking for that. Okay. Shouts out to you, Tree. A+ for you. All this talk about you being a singer and stuff, and
she's a recording artist, man.
But shouts out to you, Tree. She does voice work for a living, man.
So you can go on YouTube. Can people still go on YouTube and hear your music? Go on YouTube, search Tree, Trei, Taylor. Go ahead.
Apple Music.
Apple Music. So none of your stuff is on
Everywhere.
YouTube?
It's all, yes, it is on YouTube. It's all over the planet.
Okay.
And Loose Neck's my biggest fan from
Usually when
the Snooze.
usually when you say bye, you don't come back, Tree. That's when I get excited. Golly. It's just anyway. A+ Tree, good job today. And to you, Doug. Wonderful job, man. Well done. I liked your list today. It's not better than mine, but I liked your list. Congratulations. And I'm giving you an A+ as well, sir.
You get an A too, man. I am totally lost about Jake Paul. He fought somebody this weekend?
Didn't he get knocked the hell out?
I don't know. I had no idea. That tells you how much I'm paying
And
attention.
Jake Paul's not a real fighter, so yeah, we wouldn't know fight information about Jake Paul.
That's almost like commenting on wrestling.
God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love, because that's all he's showing you, nothing but love.
He fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Okay. I'll do some. Maybe we'll bring it back up on Thursday's show.
Who cares about Jake Paul, man?
Punk ass Jake Paul. That man bought like 1,000 acres of land in South Georgia somewhere, and he spent like $10 million. He said it's from the money that he made fighting Tyson.
He got it.
That man created a lane for himself, sir. Being a big bullshitter. That's technically what it is. Shouts out to
I would love 1,000 acres of land someplace close to Atlanta.
that man bought. It might even be more than that. Matter of fact, keep talking. I'll pull it up and tell you how much he bought. It's
Steve
crazy.
Harvey bought like 300 acres in Texas someplace, and he's buying like another 500. I would love to have that much land to like build my own, build my own community.
Jake Paul buys not $10 million, $39 million ranch in one of Georgia's priciest land deals. 5,700 acres. He didn't spend $10 million, $39 million. Jake Paul made enough money to buy a $39 million piece of property in Georgia.
He got it
from being a fake fighter, a
fake fighter, man.
Fake ass fighter.
A fake fighter.
Maybe we should start fake fighting. That's it. Why don't we challenge all these other podcasters to a fist fight?
I ain't getting in the ring to fight nobody, man. I ain't got it in me.
I'll fight Charleston White right now.
What about arm wrestling, Ryan? Can you do that? That's actually a good idea.
Body's
Don't worry about
bad,
it.
Tree.
I got this, sir. Right
Tree
now,
came
I
back.
want y'all to
Tree-
get word to Charleston White.
Tree came back again.
You saw Charleston White fought one of the Island Boys, right?
I did. It looked a mess, man. It was sad.
I want y'all to put the word out. I'm challenging Charleston White to a fist fight right now. I'll beat his ass. Pass the word.
Y'all be careful in those streets, man. We'll see y'all on Thursday.
I'm standing on business on that, Charleston. If you want some, punks jump up to get beat down. Right. Peace.
Oh, gosh.